All right. Welcome to the stream. Getting ready to start the show. We'll explain why we're doing it this way momentarily. I'm going to, since this is new to me software wise, I'm going to go ahead and make sure we're streaming in all the correct places, hitting all the right spots, getting everything warmed up. Kind of liking this mic I'm using.
Barker, I should have put the back row emblem on my TV. I'm not going to show you, but it's over there. It's that direction.
Indeed, you should have.
Yeah, didn't Neil? You could have done the same. Man, we could look super professional.
Well, where the heck? I got to make sure the stream is playing. Be nice if somebody could help us out and say something about it.
If you guys hear a loud thud, I'm slowly scooting my laptop back. So
Sure, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also fat, so I could have fell. I may have broke my chair. I don't know.
Neil, speak again, just so we're sure. Okay, we're definitely live on YouTube, so that's good. That's a plus. Okay. Getting the Twitch notification anytime, I would think. I don't know.
I'm bald.
What'd you say?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I apologize beforehand to anyone who's going to be listening. This is not on my regular mic, and it picks up everything.
All of it. Absolutely all of it.
Like, you guys will actually be able to hear my thoughts. It picks up so much.
I don't think any of us want that.
No.
Buddy, I don't even want it. It's a scary place in there.
All right. Live most places that I can see. I'm sure people love hearing me talking about setting this up.
You know what's great is people are going to know all my little weird twitches by the end of the show. Like, why does he do different things with his nostrils all the time?
Okay, we're live on Twitch too. All right. Here we go. The show coming at you. We'll explain what's going on here in a minute. 3, 2, 1. Today on the Back Row Fantasy Show, we talk week 9 sits and starts and lots more coming up now.
Welcome to the Back Row Fantasy Show with your hosts, Jeremy Barker, Aaron Arms, and Neil Crabtree.
What is going on? Welcome back to the Back Row Fantasy Show. As usual, kind of, it's me, Bark, and to my right this time is Arms.
Good morning.
And to my far right is Neil.
Good evening.
We had to do what we had to do. We've got a bit of a situation with the studio. It's been compromised. Other folks we know sort of have the COVID. And we're just playing it safe, and why not test out this wonderful StreamYard software? So welcome back.
Yeah, lots of people are doing it these days, so I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's good. It's looking good. I'm pretty happy. It's looking good. I'm pretty happy about it. You know, I do appreciate being the host elect. I was just elected by a national panel of voters to be the main host.
We're going to go here. We're going to go here. I don't think anybody wants to hear about that. That's not why they tune in.
But probably in a couple weeks, we'll know for sure that I am the host.
Okay,
hi,
fair
Jeff
enough.
Jones. How you doing, Jeff Jones? Thanks for watching. We
definitely
appreciate that.
Barker, I got one for you, buddy. I will do the honorable thing and concede this election to you.
Okay.
As I think you'll do an excellent job as host, the main host, going forward.
Can I ask both of you to run as my co-VPs?
You know, I mean, maybe.
Now, Neil,
I speak third anyway.
What is it?
I speak third anyway.
Right. I was getting ready to tell you, I do have the ability to mute Arms. So if you need him muted and you need to talk a little bit, we can do that. So up to you. Totally up to you.
It's
but
all right.
Welcome to the show. We're going to do the best we can to get through some week 9 sits and starts and more. crazy times, man. I feel like the wonderful virus is hitting home now. I feel it's getting closer and creeping in. I know more people now than I have the past 8 months that have come down with it. So
I actually knew up to this point nobody.
Yeah. I mean, for a long time, it was no one, and now all of a sudden,
And now you're rattling off like 5 people who in pretty close proximity. So
yeah, shit's giving me gray in the beard, man. It's giving me gray in the beard.
and hell, oh yeah, that's what's getting you gray. But it's neither here nor there. It's just it was so crazy how we're kind of in a small area. I mean, what's our population, like 7,000 people in the city we live in, and Neil knows a little bit.
76% Republican. I learned this week, by the way.
I know.
In our area.
I thought it was higher than that.
Nationwide.
What, Neil?
So I know the population here isn't big enough to fit in the nationwide arena.
It is big enough,
my
or
God.
It's not big enough.
not big enough? That's proud
So
times.
it would not fill the nationwide arena, is what you're telling me?
It will not.
Wow.
Not good. Not good at all.
So Jackson couldn't sell out a Blue Jackets game.
Well, the Blue Jackets can't sell out a Blue Jackets game, so there's that.
Very true. Miami Dolphins. We've got about the same capacity as a Miami Dolphins game pre-COVID in this town. Basically.
Yeah, that's actually fairly accurate.
Yeah, it is. Pretty close. So let's start it off.
Last year's Bengal games.
Yeah, those are bad. Let's start it off. This is new for us. We don't normally do this over the internet. Usually the live feed you get is us here, and look at that. Comments already. That's Kimchi. Pick 2, PPR. Fournette at New Orleans, Corey Davis at Chicago, Cole Beasley at Seattle. Ronald Jones is going to get the ball more this week, in my opinion. Anyone else?
Corey
Second
Davis.
that sentiment? He was just benched for a couple quarters because of a fumble, so I don't like Fournette at all.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like Fournette's got a better chance to get into the end zone easily. Beasley hit and miss. He's awesome. It's like whenever Cole Beasley scores a touchdown, it feels like he scores 2, but he does it on 3 catches.
I got to go
So
Corey Davis and Beasley. I don't have any faith in Fournette.
I don't either. Corey Davis.
Well, he said pick 2, so I'm leaving Beasley out. Corey Davis all the way, no doubt about it. That's a sweep, but I'm going Fournette, and it's not that I don't think Ronald Jones won't get a chance. I just think they're both going to work in the game plan.
It's hard to argue against any of that, anyways, because I mean this is 3 bye week plays in my opinion. Those are bye week player guys. I know Beasley's been
Corey Davis.
Neil, what were you saying, Neil?
Oh, I don't like Fournette at all in this one.
He didn't do anything with the opportunity last week.
To be fair, I don't like Fournette anyway.
Just not that effective. AB or Jonathan Taylor at flex. I like AB this week.
Yeah.
I'm playing him where I got him.
I'm playing him in real.
That is a pure ass desperation move.
Playing AB?
Yeah.
You don't think him and Tom Brady's been playing catch in the backyard in the house that they currently live in together? Giselle got her ass kicked out, and AB's in, son. They're playing catch in the backyard.
They have. You know what they haven't been doing? Playing against real game speed defenses.
Do you think AB needs to do that?
Yeah.
I don't.
How long has it been since he's played a single football game?
His body feels great, and he's in amazing shape. I guarantee Tom Brady looks his way early and often. Tom Brady's not I got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin guy. Brady's like Scotty Miller, looks just like Julian Edelman. Gronk, I know him. AB, he's been living with me. Like Godwin and Evans are going to be on the sideline, like talking to each other, like this dude fucking hates us. He does not like us. We are way too tall.
He's like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
Pretty much. I here we go. I'll go out on a limb. AB, 5 catches, 65 and a touch. 5 for 65 and a touch. First game, Tampa Bay. Go Bucks.
Who do the Colts play this week?
It doesn't matter. Jonathan Taylor isn't even the main ball carrier right now. It's what's his name? Wilkins.
By the way, can we finally reduce the price of Jonathan Taylor, for the love of God?
We should. And it has nothing to do with talent. It's it's the rookie thing. I mean, there's not all rookies bust out. Jonathan Taylor will probably be fine, but right now, I'm not paying up for him right now.
Like Jonathan Taylor, CEH, they've hit little walls. The price on those guys it's unrealistic. Is what it is. I mean, J.K. Dobbins is about to approach that. I'm confident. If he has another good game this week, you won't be able to trade Alvin Kamara for J.K. Dobbins.
Well, I don't know about that. I've got J.K. Dobbins in some leagues. If someone's throwing Kamara at me, like they can have.
Yeah, but you're probably competitive since you have Kamara.
I don't care what situation I'm in. I'm taking that Kamara deal all day long.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I was thinking you had Kamara. My bad.
No, I have J.K. Dobbins in a couple leagues, and if somebody approaches me like Kamara straight up, be like, prove it. Send it. Put it in my trade canal.
Oh, the old trade canal. Oh.
Put it in the old trade canal.
Man, I will say, I didn't realize this, but the Ravens are the number one defense against fantasy running backs right now.
Right.
They've only
Neil, what was your thoughts on AB and Taylor?
On Taylor, I don't like Taylor at all right now, especially against the Ravens. AB, if I have him in any leagues, if I was starting him, I'm planning on starting him in Brittle. I expect at least 13 to 15 points out of him.
So far, it's me and Neil versus Arms on these picks. But by all means, anyone watching, throw those at us so we can continue to see if Arms is the man this week or if it's going to be me and Neil.
I mean, don't you think they're sitting at the house drawing up plays and ways to get him the ball? I mean, really,
100%,
exactly,
100%. John Gruden probably forgot what team he coaches. He's on the Bucs sideline, like, all right, AB, here's what we're going to do next. We're going to beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl if you just do this.
Let me ask you a serious question. All right, if you had $180 and you were going to play in the $2.5 million game,
wish like hell I had $180
in DraftKings. Is AB your captain in that game?
Yeah.
Probably.
Really?
Yeah. I'm rolling with him this week. I think they're going to want to make. Listen, this is Tom Brady.
God.
This is the Buccaneers. I think it's a statement game. I don't know if he repeats the kind of games that I think he's going to have in game one. And by all means, it's not going to be massive. I called 565 and a touch. I just think Tom Brady's going to be really.
But that's a big bet to me. I'm sorry, but that's a big bet. You're betting that with confidence that he's going to be that big of an impact to where he's worth that play.
Remember who you're talking to.
Let everybody know
like
who your captain was yesterday.
Huh?
I was telling Arms to let everybody know who his captain was yesterday.
Yeah, let's hear that one. Who's your captain?
Ricky James, baby.
Was it?
I was one position. I took who was it that I had, Neil?
I don't know. I just seen you had James your captain.
Hold on, I'll tell you. I was literally one play away from the tying for first. I had Jordan Reed in. The winner had Marquez Valdes-Scantling in that game. Now, to be fair, I put in several lineups, but Ricky James, Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, Nick Mullins, Jerick McKinnon. I had Reed. He had Scantling, and that was the only differentiation.
What'd you play all those Niners for? What the hell were you thinking?
It was the right play. You can't play everybody from the Packers, right?
Well, no, but you just reeled off. Didn't you reel off like 6 Niners just now? Didn't you? I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard like Frank Gore in there.
I reeled off 4 of them, and guess what? It was the right play.
How much did you win?
I won $6. The guy who had Marquez Valdes-Scantling instead of Jordan Reed won 166.
$6. Right play all day. Play all day. I'm playing. Calm down.
But in a serious note, like I looked at it as Kittle, he's out. Jordan Reed did perform well last time. I was taking a chance on it. It did not turn out in my favor at all.
It happens. But it's I would play AB this week. I'm feeling he's going to come out. He's going to be so excited to be playing football, and he knows he's got to have a good game before he does something stupid and gets locked up for a few nights. He knows that's what he's got to do, so he's gonna play well. And Tom Brady's going to be like, AB came in, he helped us get that W. Unfortunately, he's not with the team anymore, but he did come in and do his job that game. We got the win. He got a touchdown. I mean, I think the only game he played with the Patriots, he scored a touchdown.
This is
So
an
I'm
atrocity.
calling a game like that.
AB is more on DraftKings right now than Fournette, Ronald Jones, Rob Gronkowski, Manny Sanders, Jared Cook. Like,
I don't
really?
like that.
And
That's
it's
kind of
considerable.
crazy.
His captain price is 11-1. Fournette is 10-2, and it drops from there. Jones is 9-9. Gronk 96. Manny Sanders 87. Jared Cook 81. Scotty Miller 72. You know, Scotty Miller is my
Scotty.
captain. He's going to feast. Dude's going to be wide freaking open all day
Scotty
long.
Miller's not even going to fucking play. AB's in town.
Wide open.
AB's in town, son. Scotty Miller's going to be sitting on the sideline like Julian Edelman.
Yeah, you know what? I just paid nothing to put him as my captain. So
Are you guys? Do you have the chat visibility as well, or is that just me?
I think you're chatting on YouTube. We only see the chat in StreamYard.
I have YouTube opened up.
Oh, see, I'm
I've got
the StreamYard chat is what I'm talking about. We have YouTube viewers, no Twitch questions yet. But anyways, James Martin.
I'm sorry.
James Martin, this is a there's a caveat to this. He says Eckler for AB trade. I just want to know what league is it. If it's redraft, I mean, there's zero reason to wait for Eckler.
Oh, yeah.
If it's dynasty, there's zero reason to trade for AB unless you're in title town, unless you're pushing for a title and you need a wide receiver that damn bad. I mean, I'd say AB and a draft pick is what I would want. But
I agree.
so if you could clarify redraft dynasty, what your situation is. I mean, it's, team makeup dependent among
And
other
also,
things.
are you the Eckler side or are you the AB side? Like, if this is dynasty, I would rather have Eckler. If it's, as you're saying, redraft, you got to go AB. I mean, is Eckler
Redraft, yeah, AB.
Yeah.
I would want the AB side. Nice, Neil. Chatting it up that way. Arms won't let you talk, so you'll grab the keyboard and do it. I can
Wow.
fucking mute this guy anytime you want, Neil. All you got to do is hold up two fingers like that. Just hold up a two spot. Mute
Neil,
that
did
redheaded
you have to
bastard
sign up
all
to
day
do
long.
that? I'm new to this. Did you have to sign up to be able to respond to the chats?
I think he's just smarter than you.
All right, I'll go fuck myself, Neil. Thanks.
No, I just subscribed.
Just don't do it on camera. Just make sure to put the little flap over that before you do so.
All right, guys. So I'll be back.
Oh,
It was quick. It was quick.
Oh, thought I heard some AB action over there. A little bit of AB action. You turn around and it's on your shoulder.
Wasn't that Peyton Manning?
No, I mean both of them. I mean, football players are just dag nasty. They they do what they want. Big Dick Nick Foles. I mean, it's not even on the shoulder. It's like resting on your pec, even though he's behind you. Like Big Dick Nick Foles. Look at that.
Hell. James, that becomes a no-brainer at that point.
I have Eckler. I have James Robinson, Singletary, Dobbins, and Hunt. Oh yeah, T.
There's
Higgins, Keenan, Fulgham, Crowder. Go get you some AB.
So my guess is you're in first place.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want that team.
Unless this is a 10 team or you're in first place.
It depends on what he's been playing, because I mean, Hunt wasn't. Well, no, Hunt was effective if he was made the right lineup calls with James Robinson and Hunt.
Was you playing Dobbins week one? I mean, that's the mistake you could have made.
I'm just saying some folks fell for the Singletary Kool-Aid. Not that he's not a good back, but I mean he's kind of done nothing but decline a little bit since the season started. So yeah. We have some good teams in places, and I have some bad records with those good teams because of poor lineup decisions. You don't know, you don't know that Travis Fulgham is going to be a force to be reckoned with until halfway through the season.
You know what? Speaking of which, I've got a vent. Yeah, 5-3, 12-man league.
5-3,
like
nothing wrong with that.
That's a damn good. Record, particularly.
Grab AB and don't look back.
So, I know I complained to you guys. I don't think I talked about it on the show.
You complain to us way too much, but anyways,
I'm not a good person, so I do this a lot.
We didn't say that.
Well, I did, and it's okay. So I put a trade out, and if I did talk about it on the show, I apologize. I really don't recall doing this. I put a trade out in a league that I am dead ass last. All right. Long story short, Michael Thomas, my first round pick, everyone knows that he's not played but a quarter. I traded Michael Thomas and Eno Benjamin. This is an unlimited keeper league, okay?
Okay.
You can keep any player you want. It just costs you 3 picks before you drafted him. So if I took a player in the 3rd, he goes back into the pool every time. If I took a player in 4th, he cost me a 1st to keep him. Make sense? All right. I offered Michael Thomas to the league league leader. The guy's 6-1 or whatever. At the time of the trade, he was 6-1, and Mike Thomas, Eno Benjamin for T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. He accepts.
Yeah.
The league votes to veto.
Ooh, that's not cool. I mean, that's not vetoable.
I 1,000,000% agree. Neil, thoughts?
They vetoed because it was you.
They vetoed.
Touché. I wish this was like around the horn and I could award points. Neil would get the first set of points. Let's look at the Michigan legend. I'm loving Michigan right now, even though we're in Buckeye country. I won't even go into why. Same reason I love Georgia and Pennsylvania. Anyways,
you literally hate everyone who love everyone who plays the Buckeyes. Get out of here.
Oh man. Michigan legend says I traded CEH, Justin Jefferson, CD. God dang, this is a big deal. Zach Moss. Ooh, that's a lot of good youth for Josh Jacobs, Will Fuller, and Cup. Oh, this redraft?
Yeah.
I have Derrick Henry, Mike Davis, Gus the Gummy Gator Edwards, Bell, Thielen, DK. Receivers look good. Although you needed, man, I don't know. I honestly think you got the running backs in Derrick Henry. Davis is about to fall off a good bit. Gus and Bell.
See, my thought on it is
that's an interesting one. Thanks for sharing that.
I'm not actually. Jacobs is hitting stride. Fuller still the number 1 on his team. I personally think Jefferson's upside's there.
Is Fuller pissed because he was almost traded, or is he just cool with it?
It's business, man. You got it. You've got to look at it that way.
Yeah, some players get cranky and some don't.
Okay. I mean, the dude's been injured like 12 times. Like, you're lucky you still have a job.
True.
I think Justin Jefferson's upside is higher than Fuller's. I think CD's upside is higher than Cup's. Those two guys are going to be ballers, particularly if this is Dynasty. There's no way I make that trade if I'm you. Never would have done it. But if this is redraft, CD's he's garbage the rest of the year. CD's going to do nothing.
Yeah, that's my point there. CD is bad right now for the quarterback.
Yeah. He says standard league. When I see standard, I think redraft.
Well,
in that case, I like the trade. Huh?
A lot of people call standard non-PPR. So can you provide some clarity, please?
I don't know of many dynasty leagues that are standard scoring format is the reason I'm wondering.
Redraft. Okay. Redraft. Oh, no, that's fine trade.
Bark for the win. Yeah, that's fine trade. I think it's fine trade too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you 100% on this legend. CD's done for the year.
Like, say the first part of his name.
That State Up North legend. CD is droppable in redraft right now.
I agree.
And to be fair,
Gallup might be a better play because he has been since Dak went out.
Hey, Zeke is damn near droppable. Like, Zeke is easily tradable.
He's not droppable, but
in redraft, I'll tell you right now, I would add Zeke with a big player to get an Alvin Kamara right now in redraft.
Can't argue there. Yeah, bring on more. I love talking trades. Until we get some more, let's start going through the docket of games. That way, and I want to try something out this week. You don't have to do this right now. Michigan legend, thank you, man. We appreciate every single view, 100,000%.
Hey, if you don't care, man, give us a rate and review, thumbs up, subscription, whatever you're watching or listening to, man. We appreciate that.
Or at least, wank to listening to us once. I mean, that's more of a compliment than anything.
I mean, it's a compliment, but you don't know.
That's okay. I mean, just he can comment next time like, hey, Last time you guys got me there. I appreciate that. You got me there.
That's
So-
never going to happen.
No. So anyways, I want to try something new. I want to, and we can do this later on, but I want to try to do, I sounded like a former president there. I want to do this later on, and maybe it'll work out. Maybe it won't.
Thanks, Bob.
But I want to pick your personal start of the week, your surefire arms, your surefire Neil start of the week, the one guy, and I don't want, not some obvious like, get
So-
on out there and start Dalvin Cook this week.
So you're
Give
saying,
your actual deep start of the week, and I want to know your sit of the week that is relevant to a big name player that you just don't think is going to bring his A game this week.
we
So
shouldn't tell
you
you
don't
to
have
start.
to have it right now.
So don't tell you to start Alvin Kamara. Got it.
There you go. So as we go through the docket of games, keep that in mind. Your start, your super start of the week, and your shitty sit of the week. Super start, shitty shit, shitty sit, shitty sit,
Shitty
shitty
shit.
sit. Say that 20 times fast. Arms lead us off with a game.
Oh hell. Let's see.
Since you have the worst camera quality, you're going to have to
I have a
lead
list
us off.
ready to go. So
I'm
we
sorry.
have
What?
Broncos up first.
Have at her, Neil. Start us out.
It's Broncos and Falcons.
Broncos Falcons.
Ooh. That's a winnable game. Thanks for the sub as well, Michigan Legend. That's a winnable game for the Falcons. I mean, one that they might not even have to come back from, in my opinion. So
You know what's really sad is that I didn't realize that Chargers lost until like on Tuesday.
I don't realize when they win or lose. Out of every team in the NFL, I think the one that I pay the least amount of attention to is the Chargers. for
Well, they
some
were
reason.
winning so big, and I just they won.
To be fair, so do their fans.
True.
I
I
mean,
think
this-
it's just 'cause they left San Diego. Like, I don't want to talk about them because I don't want to fuck up what place they're from.
Was
I don't
that
want to
like-
be like the San Francisco Chargers or if it's not San Diego, I'm not interested. So let's talk
So-
about that game.
Fans healthy this week, right? We don't have an injury designation.
Yeah, but Albert O might be just as good as Fant.
Yeah, maybe it's possible. I'll give you there's always a possibility.
Size,
Hey-
speed, just like Fant. I mean, I wouldn't be. That's a
That's-
situation to monitor if you're a Fant
So-
owner.
And then that's a freaking awesome spot to be in if you were the Broncos.
Oh yeah,
So-
absolutely.
Is Tim Patrick still out?
No, Tim Patrick should play this week.
Yeah,
All right.
he's slated to play.
So
And I like Tim Patrick week in, week out. I mean, he's a solid wide receiver 3 for the rest of the season.
I actually think this is going to be a Jerry Jeudy baller game. Jeudy, listen, we've been waiting for him to actually blow up, have his Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb like game, that one that's like, oh man, he's untradeable. I think
Yep.
this is the one. And it's not that Judy's great yet because it's coming, you guys. It is really coming, but it is the Falcons. You might
It
see
is
Jeudy.
coming. This is
100
rookie growing pains.
Yeah, he might have 125 yards, on 6 or 8 catches and a touchdown. I think that's realistic timeline or not timeline, excuse me, realistic stat line for him. I think Jeudy is a baller, and I'll plug him into every DraftKings lineup. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think this one's eligible for a captain, but Jeudy will be my captain if eligible.
I don't hate that at all. Neil, what running back are you playing on the Broncos side in this game?
Lindsey.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I had high hopes for Melvin Gordon. He's still Melvin Gordon, but I mean, just like with San Diego or Los Angeles, whatever you want to call him. I mean, you've got to, as long as Lindsey's healthy, there's a threat to cut into your touches. The committee backs. It's a different animal this year, unless you're in Cleveland. Like, you can start both of those guys, but right. Yeah. If I had to pick this week, it'd be Lindsey for me. I agree with you on Jeudy. Actually, I like Tim Patrick, but I do like
yeah.
Jeudy
No,
to have a breakout.
I think Tim Patrick will be fine as well. I'm not saying it's like all going to be Jeudy. Tim Patrick's going to have fun.
Denver's
as
going
well.
to have to throw. I mean, it's Atlanta. Atlanta doesn't grind it out against you. They try to get up big so they can lose.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, and don't be discouraged. It could be the third quarter. Judy might not even have a reception. It's still coming. He's still going to get a touchdown or two.
He's gonna have the Deshaun Jackson stat line, the 1 for 66 and a touchdown.
More than likely.
Basically, no, nobody cares. I was going to say, watching the game last night, God, Aaron Rodgers like through halftime or something. It was like 118 yards and 2 touchdowns or something stupid. I'm like, that is like an old Ben Roethlisberger stat line from his first 2 or 3 years in the league. You're like, the dude doesn't throw the ball 12 times, but has 2 touchdowns. This is ridiculous.
Just what he did. Anyone else you like on the Broncos side? Is Drew Lock ever going to pay dividends for people that went hard on him? You know, in drafts earlier this year, is he going to do anything? Like, I don't think he's looked bad. He just hasn't. It's kind of a game manager like so far.
He's yeah, you're absolutely right.
Was for Neil.
Yeah, I think this is a 3 touchdown game for him.
That was for Neil.
No, he has like 4 touchdowns and 5 picks already, so I don't see him getting 3 in one game. Maybe 3 picks, but not 3 touchdowns.
This one,
I didn't clarify that it was for Neil. I just wanted to see if that would work.
Yeah,
it worked. I didn't even have to mute him.
I did invest some picks into getting Locke, thinking he's gonna be the next big thing, but
still could be. I mean, he still could pan out. I mean, he's got good offensive weapons there. It's just,
does he have a full season under his belt yet?
No.
I didn't think so.
I mean, he played the end of last season, and then you got the injury this year. So essentially, he has not completed enough games for a rookie year yet. So plenty of time. Falcons side, Gurley's been surprisingly consistent.
Yeah,
like Gurley's a guy I've been trying to get my hands on in dynasty leagues for the. I really don't mess with redrafts, so I have to say dynasty leagues. But for the championship run, I've tried to get Gurley because I think he's a rock solid running back too. Definitely still like him in this one. Julio seems to have made the other guys on the Falcons a little. He's knocked them back down from their pedestals a little bit. When Julio's on. So. Do you think Calvin Ridley, either of you guys, think Calvin Ridley has a big Calvin Ridley game, or is it Julio clearing away the receiver to own this week for Atlanta?
For me, it's 7 to 9 targets. Whether he catches 6 or catches 8, it's that's the difference. You can always
for
count
Ridley or for Julio.
For Ridley. Sorry.
Okay.
Julio's going to ball out. He's just hits 100 yards and touchdown right now, maybe 2. I like Ridley
to touchdowns.
Yeah, lately he's been scoring a few. I want to say he scored 1 last week, 2 the week before, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, which is out of character for him,
isn't it? That, but Ridley's true value depends on whether or not he's going to get in the end zone. It's a little bit hit and miss, like 2-2, blank, 1-1, blank. So I think he gets in the end zone. I think Ridley is fine. I do think Gage suffers this week.
Yeah, I actually just dealt Russell Gage in our league of record for a 4th rounder.
I saw that.
He's a solid receiver, but he's just not going to be startable anytime soon. It seems he's a nice bye week guy, maybe. But I mean, it's feast or famine. You're getting 1 or 2 big games a year, and the rest is kind of Jarvis Landry like production 2020, 5 for 50 kind of thing, which is fine. Yeah, it's okay, but it's not exciting to start him.
It's
just let me drink out of my cup and not talk. Let's let the whole.
I was waiting on Neil.
The audience hear this.
I'm scared to start talking because I figured I wanted to jump in.
No Neil,
shit.
I talk too much.
Neil's got the next 7 minutes. Go, Neil.
Well, I mean, I like everybody that's obvious on the team. I do like Hurst also in this one.
I like Hurst too. Hurst is a trade target for me right now. I've been trying to acquire him in places that I'm weak at tight end. I like Hurst this week too.
Hurst.
Yeah.
I agree with Ridley about him. I see him like probably 6 catches, under 100 yards. He'll play for a touchdown.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
So as a whole, I like everyone on Atlanta's offense this week because I know they perform. They get it done. So, and I don't see them falling behind. I see them getting out to a big lead and then having to keep going to defend it because that's just what they do. So I like the Falcons a lot. Hayden Hurst in consideration for a superstar. I feel like he's going to score this week, but he's not going to be my superstar.
But the Broncos have only allowed 2 touchdowns to tight ends all year. They average 6.1 fantasy points per game allowed to the tight end. Like, to me, I just don't think I think they're just too good against tight end. I mean, they have too much talent that's actually going to be open, and it's not going to be Hurst.
I think they're going to be busy with that wide receiver trio, and Hurst is going to get loose once.
Oh, hey, to be fair, the Falcons get theirs, right? Like, there's never a week to where all the receivers
until
suck.
the fourth quarter. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Just watch the first 3 quarters, and if Hurst hasn't got his going into quarter 4, you're fucked. I mean, you're fucked. It's over. Neil, what's the next game on the docket?
We have Seattle and Bills.
You're a big Josh Allen fan, so let's just start this off.
Well,
who do you like, Neil? Who do you not like? Because this game, this is a big one. This is like, does Josh Allen continue being a guy that can throw for over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, or are we going to get a pedestrian Josh Allen game?
Like the last 2 weeks. No, but for this game, everybody assumes that they're going to put up 400 to 500 yards on the Seahawks, but Seahawks also get Jamal Adams back this week, and they also get Carlos Dunlap in the lineup now. So it might not be so easy to throw, 400, 500, rush or throw 400, 500 yards. But I still see a big day out of it.
Everybody's done it on them.
Yeah, but that's before they have Adams now, which Adams is obviously going to help. And he's also
going to help.
He'll
He
definitely
can't
help.
everybody.
But he's also going to help contain Josh Allen, so he's not rolling out as much either.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know if the matchup, like I feel like the Bills offense is high powered against the wrong teams. And then when they face a high powered offense, their offense struggles a little bit. And that's when you get that defensive Bills football. Like I feel like Josh Allen is not going to have a huge game. And I don't feel like they have the running back situation sorted out enough for someone to have a big game there. I kind of feel like it's going to be Russell Wilson all day long. And the question is, which guy has the huge game, DK or Tyler Lockett?
And
But,
Seattle has like one of the worst one of the worst pass rushes in the league. So Josh Allen's going to have plenty of time.
But will he have the guys open? Is it going to be like Stephon Diggs will have to have a huge game, in my opinion, for this to be a big game for Josh Allen
this week?
Yeah, I like him. I like Beasley. I really like Beasley.
I feel like it's going to be a little off the script. I feel like this. I'm gonna call it. This is going to be a defensive struggle.
But on the other side, there is no Carson. He's officially ruled out. There's no Hyde, so I'm going to spoil it now. My big start for the week.
DJ Dallas.
Yeah, DJ.
Fucking Bauer.
I'm so glad Michael Bauer of the Dynasty Rewind is recording at the same time as we are, because he would be that comment earlier about someone like getting it done to us. That'd be Bauer if he heard us talking about DJ Dallas. If we had a live mic in PA, you'd hear DJ.
I do expect a big day out of him.
So let me ask you to go back on Josh Allen real quick. I mean, he's basically fell off of a cliff as the years went. It's like 40 points.
The game. The games have been weird though. Like last week, the weather was awful. It wasn't a typical game.
But 40, 48, 45, 35, 28, 23, 23, 15. I mean, he could have been beaten up on the Jets. The Patriots suck. The Chiefs, I mean, it's their pass defense. They get to the quarterback is the biggest frustration for them. But hell, like I don't know, man.
I legit watch every snap of Bills games. I just don't like Josh Allen too much. Like the games haven't called for him to have a big passing yardage. It just hasn't had to be there yet.
Okay.
Hate to interrupt the game talk, but Connor Nero 15 says, "Do I trade Chase Edmonds for Nick Chubb? I'm first in my league and am preparing for the playoffs." I say yes.
Yeah.
Chase Edmonds.
No, I say Chubb. I'm going Chubb. Now's the perfect time to land Chubb. Listen, Chase Edmonds, when he's gotten the opportunity to be the guy,
he's going to get week 2. He's
mostly faltered. He's better. He's been better as the number 2 guy. he outperforms the number one guy. Like, he's looked better than Drake, honestly. But when he has it all to himself, it's like the pressure's on and he falters. So Nick Chubb doesn't really falter, and it doesn't matter. I mean, Kareem Hunt's been really good, but I still think Nick Chubb is just the guy to own. I go for
I
Chubb.
100% agree with you. I mean, but we all talked about this. I believe we talked that Kareem Hunt, whenever Nick Chubb went out, default top 5 running back. Has he been that?
Kareem?
Yeah.
He's had some pretty bad weeks recently.
I don't have the stats in front of me.
I don't.
Now I want to know.
I don't
Well,
think he has.
I have him in the league of record, so that's just.
When did Chubb get injured?
You guys will have to help me find that out.
I'm trying to pull it up right
I
now.
don't want everybody to listen to me drinking my drink he drank while I'm looking this up.
Put it this way, last week he had 9.3 points. The week before he had 19. Then the week before that against the Steelers, he had 7.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, see, I mean, without Chubb, this is that Chase Edmonds effect. Without Chubb, Kareem Hunt's been good, not great. With Chubb, he was better.
So weeks 5 through 8 is how I can sort it. I mean, and this is, I'm not saying that he's not a fine player, but this is kind of a condemnation on this guy trying to ever own a job by himself again. Like, let's see, where does he finish?
Yeah, Chubb's been out since week 5, and he only played a little bit in week 4. Man, that's crazy. It's been a minute.
He's been running back 24 weeks 5 through 9.
That's not. Yeah, that's
pathetic.
Again, go for Chubb. I love Chase Edmonds. I really do, and I kind of hope that he takes off this week. But then again, I own Drake without Edmonds in a league. But this happened last year, and I was like, oh man, Chase Edmonds is not giving that job back, and he gave that job back. So Chubb, it's Chubb for me. Matt Daly says start 1 full PPR: Jonathan Taylor, Damian Harris, J.K. Dobbins. I almost thought J.K. was just kidding because I'm like, yeah, don't play Damian Harris. But J.K. Dobbins this week all day long.
I agree.
All day long.
I agree, but I don't think it's a casual.
It's not lucrative. Yeah, it's not super lucrative because they got a tough matchup, right? Baltimore does.
No, Baltimore plays Indy, don't they?
Yeah, it's not a great matchup for J.K., but I still like him better.
Hell, who does the Patriots play? Man, Damian Harris. You don't play Damian Harris.
No.
Why?
No.
Give me a reason.
Patriots running back.
It'd be a Burkhead game, or
I don't give a shit what team they're playing. It's a Patriots.
All 3 of them have other cogs in their way. The one player that has the path to least resistance right now is Damian Harris.
But he doesn't really catch balls. J.K. Dobbins might catch a ton of balls.
They're going to have like a 20-point lead at the first quarter. This guy's going to be running.
And then they're going to take the foot off the gas.
They don't. Yeah, by running the ball with Damian Harris.
Here's another call of the week. Rex Burkhead, biggest fantasy week for the New England Patriots.
Jesus.
He's going to have a week reminiscent of like week 2, I think, or whatever, where he blew up. It's going to be all Burkhead.
One of those weeks where I'm like, you know what? For some reason, I got this feeling that Rex Burkhead's going to do well. Like, fuck, no, it's Rex Burkhead. Yeah, what am I thinking? So I just pan out, and he doesn't do it. Barker, where'd you go, bud? What happened?
You ran him off. You got him mad.
You guys so mad that I called Damian Harris. Can our fans still hear us? Can one of you comment back? Hey, there he is. There he is.
For whatever reason, I dropped the call. You know, I was the Verizon guy. Can you hear me now? Neither one of you could hear me, but
I cannot hear
I mean, I'll give you this, Arms. If if Damian Harris is going to just have himself a breakout game, best game of his career, this is his chance. But I also look at that and I'm like, everybody wants to pick on the Jets, you know, but the Jets played the Bills fairly tough. I mean, the Jets' defense isn't great, but the offense is the biggest issue for the Jets. That and Adam Gase.
Was the owner that recently said he feels like Adam Gase is part of the solution? And my immediate thought is, yes, the removal of Adam Gase is definitely the solution. Like, so technically he's part of it.
Yeah,
God,
absolutely. But I like Dobbins this week.
He's the worst coach I've ever seen.
He's bad. He's real bad. And again, I just want to clarify, J.K. Dobbins, I don't expect him to have a 100-yard game against the Colts. I expect him to be the most involved back on both ends of running and passing. So I like J.K. Dobbins. To me, he's the safest floor. Jonathan Taylor, I don't trust right now.
Well,
Damian Harris, that is a dart throw. That's a super dart throw.
You're probably not going to like this then. J.K. Dobbins is my sit of the week.
I don't like it. I think you're basing that just off matchup.
A lot of it is matchup, but he's not the only game in town. There's my problem. You know, if he's not incredibly effective, he may not get 10 carries.
So are we considering J.K. Dobbins a big enough play in the fantasy community to call him?
Everybody loves J.K. Dobbins right now.
Okay.
Have
I
you
agree.
heard, anybody say, I don't want to play J.K. Dobbins? Or I've seen people say J.K. Dobbins is my number one target right now out of all running backs. And I'm like, really? J.K. Dobbins? You know, 100-yard game, literally one game over 50 yards rushing.
Well,
number one target. And listen, I'm a Buckeyes fan and I love J.K. Dobbins, but this game script doesn't bode well for him.
He's acquirable, whereas like a Dalvin Cook is not. So I kind of get that.
Okay, I'll buy that.
I mean, he's at least acquirable. You could probably lure somebody with a big name to give you J.K. Dobbins. If you were a Jonathan Taylor owner, I bet you could probably swing a 1-for-1. And I would do that because I still Jonathan Taylor was my number one running back leading up to the draft because I still think he's the best pure runner. But J.K. Dobbins, once I saw some preseason action, and once I saw his per carry, highlights, which is not much, but when I see him get the ball, there's something different about J.K. Dobbins.
Go back and listen to what I said.
I don't want to. I'm lining up with you now. I don't want to go back.
Dobbins may possibly be the best running back in this year's draft class. I said that. And then I put CEH as 3, which we all see where landing spot got him, and that's spectacular. And then I had Swift as 4. And I'm the idiot. By the way, Swift looks great too. I'm not all 4 of them have looked great in different times.
Nobody called you an idiot. We just argued with you for the sake of arguing. I think you and Neil had it out that day. Just because you were being a Buckeye homer.
Neil's a dick.
I mean, I would say the bigger dick is the guy that doesn't let Neil talk.
Right. It's right. You want to go to the next one?
Who is Neil?
But he's that guy with half a face on our live stream.
Yeah.
That guy.
What are you, like a 40-year-old man, Neil? Sitting there like,
are you drinking coffee, Neil?
Yeah. It's really
nice.
I feel like you're someone's grandpa who's like, can you see me now? How about now? Can you see me now? All right.
Way too close for me. Next game, Neil.
We have Bears and Titans.
Ooh, Big Dick Nick versus Ryan Tannenhills. That's a tough one. I mean, I don't think there's any. I'm not worried about anybody on the Titans side. Like I think the main players are still startable there. Mooney for Chicago. I have a really good feeling about Darnell Mooney. Sounds like a Chappelle Show character. Oh, Darnell Mooney. He scored a touchdown last week. I promoted him from the taxi squad in my league of record today after I sold Russell Gage for a 4th. And I'm actually excited to play me some Darnell Mooney as my wide receiver 3 this week.
I like Miller this week too.
Watch the Jets or not Jets game, the Bears games. They target Mooney deep, like 3-4 times a game.
Yeah, they like Mooney, and I think I think one of the weak spots of Tennessee's game this year, not having Logan Ryan, is kind of making a difference for teams that want to get into the game with the Titans. So I like Mooney. Man, super start of the week, Darnell Mooney for me.
Really?
Yeah, I had been thinking about it a lot, and Allen Robinson's been really good, but I think Darnell Mooney could have his biggest game. I think momentum could carry him into his biggest game of the year this week.
I mean, Anthony Miller can be really good too, though. I think.
I'm sorry.
I think Mooney's clearly passed him and earned Foles' trust. I have a real good feeling about him. But I mean, Anthony Miller, that should have been a trade target. That should have been a guy that went to Green Bay, was Anthony Miller.
Yeah, the thing is, I've been trying to get Anthony Miller shares, and the guy who has him won't get rid of him. So
you've been trying to get Anthony Miller shares? I didn't know anybody was trying really hard to not get rid of Anthony Miller.
Well, just for example, like we all know our local Manthe, he has him, and he won't trade him for anything.
That guy won't trade anybody unless he rips you off.
But, hey,
Manthe Horns. Keep an eye in leagues for a man named Manthe Horns.
He's a good dude, but man, like I can't even remember who the hell he had. Travis Fulgham. And I'm like, so what's a reasonable running back? He's like Miles Sanders. Like, man, I'll pass. And I don't think it's an unfair trade, but Travis Fulgham was,
no, it's not unfair. It's just not the right move.
I'm not giving a running back of that quality up for just a guy who may be relegated to obscurity within a couple weeks.
Yeah, because Miles Sanders, on a per play basis, I feel the way about him as I do J.K. Dobbins. Miles Sanders is just a threat with the ball in his hands. Injuries are the problem. Nothing major. Nicky-knack injuries are the problem. Anyone else, Neil? Bears side, Titans side, do you have any of these guys qualify for your superstar or shitty sit of the week?
My was DJ Dallas, but other than that, I do like the three receivers. I still like Montgomery. Tennessee's obvious guys.
You said you like Montgomery?
I mean, I like him as a starter. I don't like say I love him or anything like that, but I would still start him.
Let me ask you a question about Montgomery.
The volume.
Wait. Oh, so if you have Montgomery right now, because obviously, in my opinion, Montgomery's overperforming.
Overperforming?
Yes. I just don't think he's that as good as his volume is making him look.
Oh, I got you.
Okay.
I agree with you there. I thought you meant he was outproducing the situation. I thought like the line is so bad, he's doing the best he can with what he's got. Whereas I see he's a step too slow. The concerns pre-draft are real. He's a step too slow.
If I have David Montgomery right now, I'm trying to find that person who.
Oh, thank God! Thank you, G. Oh, he's back.
Hey, I'll take him.
There you go. Potential trade partner.
Did I black out? Did I black out?
Good.
This is the time of our life right now. I don't even have to mute you. You're just naturally fading away as if the rapture came. Not that you're going anywhere when the rapture comes, buddy, but it seems like
if you can't hear me, I mean, that's fine. I'm just
you're back a little bit. You're back a little bit.
David Montgomery. If I have him, I'm trying to trade him for one of these rookies, like a Dobbins or a Jonathan Taylor, especially if somebody's getting down on like, well, man, Taylor didn't do anything, or Dobbins down on it. Like I'm begging for someone to help me unload David Montgomery.
Me too. I traded him for Kenyon Drake for God's sakes. And I did that just because Drake had 500 yards rushing. At least Drake had done something with his life, whereas David Montgomery is not. I mean, he's pulling the biggest Delonte West out there. He's just a bum. He's a bum. That was wrong, Delonte. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. The dude has mental health issues.
Yeah, he does. That was wrong with me. I like Delonte West, but I tried to think of a famous bum, and that's who came to mind.
He is a famous bum. You're absolutely right.
I'm not trying to be a dick. He's just like the most famous bum that I know.
It's like him and the guy with the golden voice. Same
Who's
thing.
That?
He's like a radio announcer. You can look him up, like guy with the golden voice. He's just randomly, somebody talks to him and they're like, whoa, can you say something else? And he sounds like this amazing radio voice. I think he got on drugs or something and basically has ruined his life and ended up I think he's got an awesome job now because he should be on radio. He's got an incredible voice.
Wow. I got to find this guy so I can take my portable recorder with me and be like, hey, bro, I need you to say I will suck dick for a 4 for 4 from Wendy's.
No, he's got a job again. Damn it.
Ah, damn it. No, I will suck dick for a 4 for 4 from Wendy's.
Oh, dude, actually, it's like, yeah, I'm like, wow, man, I wish my voice sounded like that.
Nah, surely people would get sick of it. I get sick of the fact that my voice carries. Apparently, I work in a land full of cubicles, and I can't say shit without someone being like, "Dude, I can hear you. Your voice carries really bad over here." I'm like,
That's why you won't talk dirty to me on the phone. Gotcha.
nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
You have an office? You're like a VP there. Anyway,
Titans.
tighten up.
I haven't kept up on the AJ Brown. Is AJ Brown fine this week, Neil?
Now I'm really not sure on Brown. I don't have any shares of Brown, so I'm not lucky enough to have to look at it.
I don't either, and I've tried really hard to get some shares of AJ Brown. Hasn't worked out for me. Very disappointing.
His price is literally still like
He's good to go, it says.
the
Okay.
pre-draft price. Back when AJ Brown was valued at like a top 10 guy.
He's still AJ Brown might be my favorite receiver in the league, and I just want a share of him. So I mean, I think he'll be fine this week. Jonnu Smith fell off a planet. I don't love Corey Davis. I kind of like Jonnu this week.
I agree with Johnny. I do like Johnny.
I think he's due.
Hold on a second. Hey, listen, you're don't knock Corey Davis. Corey Davis has scored double digits every single week that he's been active.
Yeah, when he's active.
Hey, he's played more games than AJ Brown, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not saying I hate Corey Davis. I just don't like him that much in this game.
Literally, he's averaging more points per game than AJ Brown.
There's no way.
I'm looking at
You're
it
high.
right now. I'm looking at it.
Per game.
How is that even freaking possible?
It's not.
It says average. I'm looking at it right now on freaking My Fantasy League. It says Corey Davis is averaging 21.15, which is probably
That can't be true.
bro. Calm down. I'm just
I
telling
don't
you.
even want to look it up because it can't be true.
Well, I can tell you right now, Barker, he's got 17 points, 12, 11, 15, and 26. So that is a good average.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
And AJ Brown has 9, which then is 21, 22, 27, and 12. That brings it down a little bit. They've actually
He's trying
I'm
to do his best Brandon Lloyd impression.
They just have Corey Davis's points messed up on this. Oh, never mind. I am an idiot.
Are you what? Why?
No, I had it. Corey Davis has. I was looking at something else. I'm sorry. I apologize. I had it sort of week 5 through 9 still. Whenever we're talking about something else earlier.
Okay. I was about to say I
Anyway,
was not.
It's a 9-point spread in favor of Brown. The points per game. It's 18.5 to 16.7 per game.
That's pretty good for Corey Davis. AJ Brown has more touchdowns, but
That's it though. Corey Davis
that's
is beating him in
pretty
every other stat. Like Corey Davis has done well. It's the exact same amount of targets.
we knew he had the talent.
Well, I questioned it for a couple of years.
I questioned whether any wide receiver could be successful in Tennessee, and then AJ Brown showed almost immediately that they could. And it's like Corey Davis. Okay, we got it now. Corey Davis has to play beside someone good to be decent, and now good.
It's like, all right, guys, I'm going to lose my job entirely if I don't do anything. Somebody else proved you can catch a ball from Ryan Tannehill or Marcus Mariota or whoever AJ Brown started catching balls from. Because I'm going to play
Any hardcore sits in this game before we move on to the next one.
Yeah, nothing.
Nick Foles, no one should be playing him anyways.
You shouldn't be playing Foles anyway.
Yeah. Jimmy Graham, I unfortunately have to play him in the league of record because just that's the card I dealt myself, which isn't that bad. He's not been that bad.
No.
But so what's the next game on the docket?
It's the Ravens Indy.
Ooh, Phillip Rivers finally looking like the Phillip Rivers Neil was talking about.
Benching.
No.
I don't know. Should be Is this going to be a defensive battle, or is there going to be some offensive firepower? T.Y. Hilton is out.
He's been out anyway when he's playing.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, I've never been that big of a fan anyways. He was always kind of like Tyler Lockett to me, and all of a sudden Tyler Lockett is gold. Has been for a couple years, but now I want me some Tyler Lockett shares after talking shit about him for the past 2 years.
Mad shit, like the most possible shit. Hey, I
just didn't love him, but now watching the games and seeing him actually finally develop and stay healthy last year and this year, he's a baller.
Well, to be fair,
where credit's due.
He was discount Doug Baldwin for a couple years.
Huh?
He was discount Doug Baldwin.
He was.
And then Lockett's like, oh, actually, believe it or not, guys, I'm actually better than Doug Baldwin significantly. Yeah. You're like,
especially with DK Metcalf on the opposite side of me.
Yeah. You're right.
Last year and this year. So, I mean, they just trade off big games. But is there anybody? Mark Andrews has kind of fell off the face of the earth a little bit, and that's partly due to Lamar Jackson not being that great. So, is there anybody you're excited about on the Ravens? I mean, I'm not excited about JK. I just liked him out of the three that someone threw at us earlier.
Like I said before,
huh?
Like I said before, I think JK is my city. I thought we already covered this game.
No, we just talked about JK because of the Jonathan Taylor, Damian Harris, Dobbins. So we kind of talked about the game. We've talked about the running backs a little bit, but other than that, we haven't really discussed a whole lot about the game. Somebody's going to have to score. I don't know who it is confidently enough to say I love anyone in this game.
I mean, if we look at the defenses, right? So Baltimore's allowed 3 total touchdowns. Indy's allowed 5 total touchdowns. Fantasy points per game. Baltimore's allowed, and this is total. This is not per back. Baltimore's allowed 13.4.
Oh, you're talking running game. I was about okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
We're done with the running game. We want to talk about what else is out there. We've talked about the run game.
Calm the hell down. I'm giving you some stats here. Indy's allowed 14.3 fantasy points per game to team running backs. Like, these are 2 of the top 3 defenses in the league against running back. This is why it's just a scary situation to play anybody. Anyone in the running game, of course. Now, that might include Lamar Jackson.
I don't know about that, but as far as the Colts side, the only deep guy I have will be, of course, I'm always game to start Pascal when I can, but I'm not excited about him.
Yeah, I don't love anyone in the game. I mean, I think Dobbins, because of the passing work, if he gets it, which he should, I like him. But there's no wide receiver in Indy that tickles my fancy. I'd love for Michael Pittman to get his ass in gear and actually do something, but he looks like J-Jaw at this point.
Well, he's just last week was his first game back off injury. Practicing full today, I believe. I mean, I think with TY being out, I think this could be a Pittman multiple target game. I don't know what he's going to do with it.
Maybe a multiple target game. But
if you're doing
they need to get him involved because they don't really have anything that strikes fear on that side of the ball. Like, they got to get him going. I mean, he's their prize offensive rookie outside of Jonathan Taylor. Time to get him going. It's time for them to quit acting like Andrew Luck's still there and throw to 3 tight ends. Doyle, Burton, Mo Alley. Like, you need a wide receiver to do some work. Let's get Michael Pittman involved. But Wilkins, I might be okay with Wilkins as like a flex play.
I will say, Wilkins is dirt cheap on DraftKings, and I'm just pulling up Pittman. Pittman's only $1,200 in the captain spot on DraftKings. That's a play.
That's
a
massive risk. He's shown nothing. He has shown nothing.
I do.
You're basically playing J-Jaw with maybe one more target. That's scary. That's just scary, son.
Is it risk? Absolutely, and there's a ton of it. You know what? The people who win the big money play people you would never play. The lineups that win are never, Lamar Jackson and Jonathan Taylor with Phillip Rivers and Mark Andrews and then a kicker. That's not what wins.
Kicker battle.
You know,
Maybe
it's
that's
just,
what this game is. Play the kickers from this game.
it is so ultra disappointing though. I am $400 away from being able to put Pittman, Lamar Jackson, Phillip Rivers, Jonathan Taylor, Mark Andrews, and J.K. Dobbins all in one lineup. 400 bullshit.
Give him some hell, Neil. I need to turn my heater on.
We do have a question.
Go ahead.
Yes. Do we? I don't see it.
No, that's our old one. Never mind. I apologize.
I was
What a
about to say.
dick, Neil.
I was all excited too.
Neil
Wow.
finally gets to talk, and he's like, "We got a question from an hour ago.
Yeah. You gonna start the next
All right.
game?
Next
Yeah.
game. Hit arms up first.
We have Panthers and Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah, are you excited that C-Max coming back this week?
Oh, dude, CMC's incredible. This actually will. I guarantee it's the highest combined score for running backs. No doubt about that. CEH is the play between the two of them, though. And I'm not obviously CMC does his thing, but the Panthers are just that bad right now against the running game.
I see C-Mac and Samuel having a big day.
Yeah, I could see that. Curtis Samuel's evolving his role, man. It's so weird. So what, through 3 quarters of last season, the last 3 quarters of last season, DJ Moore, the first quarter of this season, Robbie Anderson, and now it seems like the guy to own might be Curtis Samuel.
Very possible. I mean, they kind of trade off a little bit, but and that's crazy too because it's Teddy Two Gloves at the helm, and he's actually been not too bad. I mean, fantasy wise, I don't really want him anywhere, but yeah, it's hard to call week to week now with DJ and Samuel's getting enough play and enough run and doing enough damage that hard to pick there. So I'm hands off of those guys this week. I have to start DJ Moore where I have him because it's DJ Moore. I don't actually like CMC this week. I'm not going to call him like a sit because he's never a sit, but I don't see a big CMC like game out of him. I see a solid game, probably 15 to 20, but nothing CMC crazy like.
Yeah, 15 to 20 is still something you're very excited about.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. But I mean, I see that as the max. Like, I won't be surprised if it's 12. But I mean, David Montgomery's put up some 15 pointers from CMC. You expect 25 plus.
In order to afford him, you have to.
Right. So I don't think we're going to get that. I think we're going to get a pedestrian CMC game.
Maybe from the Chiefs side, you like anybody that's not obvious?
I think McCole Hardman is on the rise. So I kind of like McCole Hardman. I would go as far as to say I would captain him up in a DraftKings lineup.
I agree with that one.
So yeah. So yeah, but the running back situation, that's muddy as hell. I don't like either one of those guys. It's a committee now. It's a full-blown committee there. So yeah, McCole Hardman. You got to play Patrick Mahomes. He's great.
Oh,
But
yeah.
outside of that, Mecole's my guy. Tyreek Hill's been turning it on, playing like the top 5 wide receiver. Everybody thought he would. So by no means think you should sit him. That's ludicrous.
Luda. Is there any worry for either one of you of CMC being on a pitch count?
Yeah. Well, from what I've seen, the reports have shown they're going to go full blast with him. They said.
But they also said they're going to give Mike Davis some run even when he was back. So, I mean, is he going to get that full blast pitch count or is it?
I don't see it. I don't know.
I can't imagine them saying, we're just going to, there you go, into the fray, buddy. Get it, sink or swim. I mean, I feel like I just can't imagine him playing because their offense is going to be on the field a ton because the Chiefs are going to score at will. Chiefs are going to do whatever the hell they want this week.
Yeah, this is a marquee matchup, too. They're not going to have their superstar held back at all.
Yeah, so, man, I don't know. I feel like unfortunately, there's going to be probably too much game for him to, like, they're not going to be willing to put him out on the field as many times as they need to. And they're not going to win the game. They're not even going to be close.
Kind of agree. Neil, next game.
It's the Lions and Vikings.
Oh, it's a barn burner. Okay, so Adam Thielen, ever since I acquired him in our league of record, has basically just told me to bend over. He's like, show you what you get for grabbing me in your dynasty league. I like Adam Thielen a ton this week.
Just not anymore. F that guy. No, sorry.
I like him this week a lot. It's the Lions. This game should be pretty good. It depends on Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook has another one of those games. Minnesota's probably not going to need to throw the ball. Kenny Galladay's not there for the Lions.
I will confidently say Dalvin Cook does not have another one of those games
I think I agree.
this season.
That's a big stretch.
That is a big stretch, but I don't think he has that game again.
4 touchdowns again? Okay. I'll how much you want to bet? I'll lay it out.
I mean, I'm not going to bet on him scoring 4 touchdowns, but Dalvin Cook is plenty capable of having a big touchdown game.
I understand that, but if he played the Raiders alternating with Carolina every week, I would still bet against 4 touchdowns every week, every single week, and I would come out no less than 80% ahead. No less, probably 90.
I just don't. I wouldn't bet against Dalvin Cook. That's just my thing.
Cook's the only guy I'm confident in on the Viking side.
Yeah, say I like Thielen this week, but I mean, Thielen typically gives you a touchdown if he doesn't give you big receiving numbers otherwise. So I like him this week. Jefferson, think we might be hitting a little bit of a rookie wall. The games might be more sporadic that he has big ones in. So Dalvin Cook for me, I don't know who the hell, TJ Hawkinson, big game because he has to.
I guess.
I mean, Marvin Jones going to do it. I don't think Marvin Jones.
Does he have to? He has to. He's got to, right?
Yeah, he should have to. I mean, no Kenny Galladay. It's got to be Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift. They're going to have to stay in the game somehow.
I think Swift has an awesome game. I will say that. I think that Adrian Peterson's actually playable, and this isn't because that it's going to be. I don't think either team's pulling away with it. I think the Detroit game plan is to slow the game down, and you've got to run what you've got to do it. I mean, Kerryon Johnson, hell, he might get in the end zone. I don't think he's going to get more than 5 carries, but between Swift and Peterson, I think they're both playable.
Kerryon got in the end zone last week and didn't have a single carry. Not a single carry, and he got in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Caught 1 ball for a touchdown.
It feels like Marvin Jones has been in the league longer than 9 years.
It does. It feels like Marvin Jones also just T.Y. Hilton and disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. So I really don't know how Detroit's going to stay in this game if it's not
Speaking of random 4 touchdown games. Marvin Jones, like every other year. It's like, oh, Marvin Jones, 4 touchdown games. His price is through the roof, and he does like nothing the rest of the year. It's like ends with 7 touchdowns.
Doing his best Mercedes Lewis impressions.
Daniel Fells.
You want to talk about the Giants football team next?
Let's do it.
No,
That Vikings game.
I'm out. See,
Yeah, I'm head out. Yeah, let's talk about the next game, Neil.
I mean, the Giants actually looked pretty good last week. I mean, Jones actually was the big weak point for them. I actually thought the Giants played pretty well.
They did. Daniel Jones is just—he's terrible. I can't remember who said it. He's trying to do too much. Like he thinks that at this stage in his career he's better than he is. So he's just simply trying too hard.
I personally think that he's just no better than Eli Manning ever was.
He's a poor man's Eli Manning. That's sad.
He's not even close to Eli Manning at this point.
All right, Dan, did you hear that? Everyone agrees with me. You might as well flash Eli Manning and get a damn offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And honestly, listen, to be fair, I'm not.
He made some terrible throws. He had plenty of like good opportunities for big plays, and he just kept missing people or throwing picks.
Well, what did he target? Slayton 40 yards down the field like 5 times, missed 5 freaking times.
And he had that one pick where who was on the other side? Was it Shepard on the other side, completely wide open?
Actually, I think he targeted Shepard, and Slayton was completely
wide open.
Yeah, I mean, right now, man, he's what I thought he was. To me, Daniel Jones is right now just proving me right.
Doesn't help that Evan Ingram can't hold on to a pair of brass knuckles, let alone a
He
football.
took a ball last week. He made up for at least one drop.
One's too many for him at this point.
I mean, they need literally every catch.
I mean, like anybody from the Giants side.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there's not going to be that many on target, so you have to catch what's thrown at you. You have to. Scary Terry and his massive target share got the biggest target share I've ever seen. Oh, massive, Scary Terry.
There I can't get part. There we go. Target share like that.
You're just being gross at this point.
It's a massive.
You can't sit Terry McLaurin. Antonio Gibson is getting hard to sit at this point.
Yeah, but like his numbers still aren't that great. So like,
no, they're not great. He's giving you that David Montgomery plus.
Yeah,
he's giving you that main ball carrier kind of statistics. Huh?
Gibson. I never had love for him. I honestly, God, I still feel like if Bryce Love wasn't on IR, he'd be the starting running back.
I do like Gibson. I like to acquire him in some leagues.
I like Gibson too. Gibson is that kind of modern day. What are you going to do with a big wide receiver that's big bodied and not real tall? Let's put him at running back.
So he's Cordero Patterson. Got it.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, Cordero Patterson. Weird change of subject, but I don't feel like anyone gave him the chance he deserves. The Bears don't play the kind of football to where Cordero Patterson can do what he should be able to do. Same thing with the Patriots. Everyone's used him as a gadget guy. I'd love to see somebody give him 20 carries in a game and 5 targets and just see what happens.
Well, to be fair, he was always a wide receiver. Yeah, I don't think he played officially.
He didn't play running back until the Patriots, right?
Yeah, Patriots actually ran him a whole game.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Give him 20 carries?
Yeah, that's
probably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
I'm gonna have to look that. I'm gonna find that game and look that up.
If I'm not mistaken, which I'll have to double check, some sites are giving Cordero Patterson dual citizenship, so to speak, dual eligibility between wide receiver and running back. And Curtis Samuel's the same way.
Curtis Samuel. What does Curtis Samuel get? He gets one. He gets a carry or two a game, doesn't he?
Yeah. Now it's not all sites. I've seen. I don't even remember. Like right now, my fantasy league doesn't have either one of them. They're both wide receivers. But I want to say it was Yahoo or ESPN had dual for both of them.
I was about to say my fantasy league doesn't give anybody dual.
I think I've seen literally one person.
I apologize on Patterson. His career high was 11 rushes for 61 yards and a touchdown.
Dude, that's good.
Give him 20. Give Cordero Patterson 20. We haven't been this excited on the show ever. Cordero, give him 20. 20. Cordero Patterson 2020.
I'm with you. You know what? He's the best running back on the Bears.
He is the best running back on the Bears. He's the only guy that has any kind of speed now that Tariq Cohen is down. I don't even want to get back on that topic.
Hey, is he a receiving threat out of the backfield? Yeah.
Who?
Cordero Patterson.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Cordero.
No, they've got a secret weapon right there.
All I'm saying is if I have David Montgomery, I am doing my best to unass him. Like, give me Melvin Gordon right now for David Montgomery.
Is there anybody else for the Redskins you want to talk about or the football team? I apologize.
Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson, Logan Thomas has came back on a little bit. I wouldn't be upset at starting him. Kyle Allen. I actually got Sam Darnold in a trade for Kyle Allen. Now the stats say that I made a bad deal by acquiring Sam Darnold, but I was very surprised that I got Sam Darnold, who might be nothing.
A starter somewhere.
Might be nothing, but Kyle Allen is he's no one's long-term starter. Darnold at least has a chance at someone being a long-term starter still. Not much of one.
I'm not trying to be
Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen's his peak, the best case scenario for him.
Gardner Minshew.
No. Is half of what Ryan Fitzpatrick ever dreamed to be. Half. He's never going to be a 400-yard a game guy. No, I'm saying Kyle Allen is half of not Gardner Minshew, damn it, is half Fitzpatrick. He's no mean.
How can you talk about Ryan Fitzmagic that way?
I'm not talking bad about him. I'm talking bad about Kyle Allen. Fitzmagic is
Like calling him half of a Fitzmagic.
no, yeah, he's half of Fitzmagic. He will never approach what Fitzmagic is.
I think he could. I think he could be that journeyman. Kyle I was
Journeyman,
getting ready to say Kyle Allen's
he'll
not been
play on
bad.
8
He's just not worth holding on to.
He'll play on 8 teams, but that doesn't. He's never even going to. He'll never own half a season without injury.
Kyle Allen? Kyle
Mhm.
Allen's not an injury risk. He just gets replaced
You're missing
by
what I'm
the
saying.
starter every once in a while.
He'll never
But
start.
that ain't happening this time because Dwayne Haskins is the other guy.
He'll never. This is the only season he's ever going to have to where he's never going to start anywhere else. Is my point. He's going to be the backup. He might start 8 games because of the
Okay.
down.
So 2021, they draft a quarterback. You don't think Kyle Allen starts until he's ready?
Nope.
I do.
Point.
I do actually. Neil,
I'm
chime
not,
in.
I'm not sure if Kyle Allen's contract, to be honest, is he even there next year?
Well, he's 3 years in the league. I highly doubt they extend him. What are they going to do? Franchise him? Nope.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know if he's
Okay.
gonna be there next year.
That'll be his 4th year, and he was an undrafted free agent. So I think I think they kind of have some freedom with those contracts to begin with, but they certainly didn't sign him for 4 years as UDFA.
No.
I say if they draft somebody, I say they start right off the bat.
I don't know.
I'd say they need to draft a freaking offensive line.
That's what most teams should do before they throw their rookie quarterback in there. But that apparently that is not how it's really done because you got us guys not working in the NFL for a reason, I guess.
Well,
And then you've got coaches that are like, hop on in there, Tua. Hope your hip holds up.
well, hey, to be fair, the Dolphins did spend legit like 6 draft picks on the offensive line.
They did, but it's still not in a position where I would throw Tua in there.
I agree with you, but yes, we are not in NFL front offices, but at the end of the day, man, there's a quote generational quarterback every 3 years. Like this conversation comes up. This guy's got generational talent. He's this. You know what? Stop telling me there's Trevor Lawrence is generational, right? Joe Burrow is generational. Well, they're a freaking year apart. Sam Darnold might have generational talent. Josh Rosen has generational mechanics. Shut the fuck up. Give me an offensive lineman, and then we'll draft our quarterback in 2 years.
Yeah. Give me the best offensive line possible, and I'll roll with Kyle Allen for a little bit.
In it out.
I mean, he froze like that. That was the best thing I've ever
Trent
seen.
Dilfer has the Super Bowl.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
If you don't watch the stream, folks, you probably should watch the stream. It's a lot of fun. Neil, by the way, what is that just like your laptop's webcam, or do you have a dedicated webcam?
That's my webcam up here. Just how it's.
the one he
Is it
uses for
is it
OnlyFans.
a built-in webcam, or did you
Yeah.
buy a webcam?
I bought one.
Okay, because the picture looks good. It was way better than Arms, and it's better than mine. So,
It's
what
very
kind,
bright.
what kind of
First
webcam
off,
we talking
mine's
here?
probably not-
It's one of the
Mine's
higher end.
probably my 25-cent internet. All right, that's all mine is.
Yeah. You currently look like Super Mario Brothers, like the first one.
I love that game.
I mean, I love it too, but I feel like I kind of want to jump through the screen and hit that block and see if there's a coin right at your eyebrow.
Are you trying to fight me right now? What the hell?
No, you just look like an 8-bit video game is all.
I
I'm saying.
wonder if everyone is just now realizing how tiny my eyes are.
They're pretty. I mean, you look pretty stoned all the time.
I'm not though. I don't do any of that.
He looks totally cheesed out 99% of the time. Even when you open them wide, it's like, oh, normal eyes, normal person's eyes. Look
Dude,
at that.
like people of Asian descent, they're like, "You have tiny eyes. Shut up. Leave me alone."
Yeah,
Oh,
You-
man.
they are hard to see. Just
I get it. Yeah, I mean, I look like the guy that could be blindfolded with dental floss all the time.
it's some good looking gashes. I mean, I'm kind of getting a little hot over here because I mean it's like watching a good adult flick. Got 2 gashes right there. I'm looking at.
I hate your face.
I kind of like yours right now.
Do we have any games left to talk about?
Oh, shit. Sorry, Neil. Next game.
Texans and Jags. Who cares?
Oh shit. Okay, so
James
Jake,
Robinson. He's
Huh?
good. James Robinson's good at football.
yeah, but his quarterback is Jake Lutton this week.
I've
Yes.
never heard of that chick.
He is a rookie quarterback, I believe, a
Obviously,
fourth rounder.
is he
And
from Hogwarts? Where's he from?
I don't think he put anything on tape worth mentioning before he got drafted, but I did pick him up in a league where I did not have a backup quarterback. So I don't think I'm not going to recommend anybody. I don't know who James Lutton prefers at receiver. If it's DJ Chark, LaVisca Chenault, I just don't have a clue. Okay, he's a sixth rounder from Oregon State. 6'6", 236. Fine looking young man, but can he play football?
He has a massive Adam's apple.
That is what is that?
I mean,
Is that a shadow?
I don't know, man. That thing's huge.
Between your eyes looking like a vagina and his neck. My God.
Anyhow, so
I'll be watching that game just to see if somebody gets him in the Adam's apple.
oh well, you know he didn't pass the first down or the end zone line with the ball, but his Adam's apple was in by 2 yards.
Yeah, across the pylon. First ever replay where you see an Adam's apple cross the pylon first. Oh shit. Anyways,
Spit out beer.
so James Robinson, I don't even know. I don't know if there's anyone in this game. Neil, start us off. I don't know if I can
the
recommend
only
anything
two
here.
I'm comfortable with is Fuller and maybe Robinson. Outside of that, it's like like the defensive middle linebackers, but other than that, I'm not excited about anybody.
I feel like this is a game where the Texans should technically get ahead and David Johnson should be playable because of the volume.
I feel like this is a game on DraftKings where you play two defenses and fucking kickers and James Robinson.
Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know about this one. Jake Lutton could light the world on fire. He could be the next coming of Gardner Minshew.
I don't know if I've ever had less confidence in a start.
Oh, I definitely have. Who's starting for the Cowboys this week?
Well, listen, the second week of Andy Dalton, I actually had less confidence than I've had in anything. Like,
I mean, I actually think Texans are going to probably going to beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, you give me Jake Lutton against the Texans than any Cowboys quarterback not named Dak Prescott against the Steelers.
Listen, we underappreciated Dak Prescott.
1,000,000% accurate.
And
Absolutely. Dak Prescott is the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
No doubt.
let's not get carried away. But to be honest with you, I'm sorry this game's just irrelevant. It is what it is. Like, I don't know if Ian Thomas might score a touchdown. Who cares?
Well, we can move on to the next
I
one. We
don't
don't have to talk about it anymore.
No, but to go to Dak. Dak has finally came into his own as an absolute elite level quarterback, playing an MVP level, and this happens. That might be one of the most tragic things I've ever seen.
Yeah, but the thing is, he had to get back in the games.
But he did it. You know what I mean? Like, he was there.
Or was he in the first half?
I quit.
In the first half of games, he got him down. You know what I mean? They weren't.
Was he throwing interceptions, Neil?
What is it? Well, I don't know. It doesn't doubles because of your boy Zeke.
My boy Zeke was fumbling a lot. He still is a lot. But to be fair, Barker's sitting there looking all sad, like a chubby sumo wrestler looking straight down. Anyway, Zeke. I'm sorry, I'm just going on a tirade.
Moment for Dak there.
I never was a big Dak fan, but going into this season, I'm like, man, if there's ever time to invest in Dak Prescott, it's now. And man, his weapons galore. I thought there was literally going to be like 5 playable guys on this offense, and there was. And then he breaks his ankle, and it's like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
Dude, you're like the guys like, man, oh yeah, I heard they died. That's horrible. So what are you doing this weekend?
Talking to me?
Yes. Like whenever you hear that somebody died, you're like, man, I hate to hear that. So what are you doing for the game?
Oh, I got you. Fell flat the first time.
Hmm.
Not the second time.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't a joke. It was just an actual observation. You're an asshole. Anyways, next game.
Next game.
It's the Raiders and Chargers.
I don't pay attention to Chargers games.
The Raiders wide receiver Nelson Aguilar has the highest yards per reception in the league.
Look, I was not happy when Miami did not bring in the low cost, high upside Aguilar. And I'm not saying because Aguilar's lit the fantasy world on fire. Aguilar's been an asset for the Raiders. And I think Aguilar would have been a hell of an asset for Miami. I'm still mad at him.
Good football player. He's a good football player.
He's a solid football player.
Now,
he's not great. He's
we
solid.
rewind this 2 years. Nelson Aguilar's garbage. Like he dropped everything, and now he's catching everything.
1 year, I think we rewind it 1 year. Eagles, or not?
Was it this offseason that he went there?
That he went to the Raiders, yeah. So I mean, in 2019, pretty sure this is his first year as a Raider.
Hell, I don't know. I mean, it was basically, who cares? They have Renfro. I think they had Zay Jones and Aguilar last year, and nobody did anything.
Neil, you were saying?
No, I do love Nelson in this game, but the thing is, like, I'm at a point in this one league where I don't know whether to start him or AB.
AB for me.
I don't know, man. It's
not going to carry it away, Neil. I mean, probably go AB there.
Well, I do have AB in right now, but still, it's tough. I still want to play Aguilar. I hate having to sit him.
Yeah, Aguilar was still with Philly last year.
Was he?
69 targets, caught 39 of them.
Dropped how many?
30.
That might be an accurate statement. But hell, he should have ended this year. Brian Edwards is back this week. I think Derek Carr's.
What's that mean? Hey, well, what's it mean when Brian Edwards is back? Like, I still have high hopes for him as a stash, but I mean, what the fuck does having him back this week mean?
All I'm saying is the Raiders are at full strength on offense. I think Derek Carr's to play this week, as he has been. But, I think that he's going to be a top 5 guy this week.
That was almost like saying
Derek Carr.
Okay. Making sure. You're a little choppy, so making sure.
Saying Brian Edwards?
I don't know what you're saying, because all I see with your mouth is like, I mean, it looks like a pixelated vagina.
Listen, you need to calm down. I told you my internet sucks. Would you like for me to end my stream side of it?
Sure got a pretty mouth, boy.
Does this help?
Big sad.
Do I sound better?
Neil, talk, hurry.
He's just excited about Brian Edwards. Like, we should be excited about like Darius Hayward-Bay playing or something.
What happened to DHB?
What
is he a free agent or did he retire?
His career caught up to him.
He's a free agent.
He just never started.
I believe the correct statement is who cares?
That's not nice at all.
We're talking about a guy who the Raiders pick up in the first, and he catches like 7 balls and then goes to Pittsburgh. Thanks, DHB.
I mean, is there anybody signing that in this game other than the obvious guys? That's really not right.
No.
Now, I mean, I will tell you, I'm putting in a lineup that has Brian Edwards as my MVP on the Heads Up Showdown.
You're wasting a spot.
It's a couple bucks, man. I mean, listen, nobody else is playing
because they're smart.
Okay. I'm saying it's a sneaky play. He's going to be the guy who's not covered, and he is a talented guy. Like you can take nothing away from him. Without injury and in any other traditional draft class you can think of, he's probably a first-round wide receiver. But he battles injuries, and this is arguably the best wide receiver class in the past no less than 10 years.
I mean, he's starting to be like the Sean Lee of wide receivers.
Christ, he's played 3 games. This is rookie year. You need to calm the hell down.
Yeah, he was the hotness in training camp. The hotness. And then that's it.
I still believe.
The 33 Network, our boy, Back Row Raiders show. What is up? He says remote today. Yes.
Yes.
We've had some COVID issues. None of the three of us personally, but we do play it safe. We do play it safe. Next game, Neil.
Yeah, Steelers and Cowboys.
Okay.
So it's not a game, obviously, but
This one should be fun to watch just to see how many turnovers.
How many points
Cowboys
Steelers defense scores?
Yeah.
I don't think this is a showdown eligible game, but I will tell you right now, I will play damn near every lineup with the Steelers as my captain.
I can't dispute that. And I bet you are what?
They are.
What's the big number in DraftKings? 70% of the players in DraftKings going to be playing the Steelers defense this week?
yeah.
Well, they're 10-5 as captain, which is above Deontay Johnson and Amari Cooper.
Rightfully so.
And CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup 7,500. Wow. They're Dalton Schultz 69 and the Steelers defense is 10-5. So no, nobody's playing them. They're too expensive.
Who's starting at quarterback? Gilbert?
Ben DiNucci, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not playing. It's somebody else.
Benched, son.
DiNucci's not playing?
No.
If at any time we needed that 8-bit pixelated voice to cut out, it was right there when you said Ben DiNucci.
So we're talking about
Something Gilbert.
Garrett
Not
Gilbert.
Godfrey. I'm going to play quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Are you shitting me? Garrett Gilbert is starting.
Yes, that's who it is. Garrett Gilbert.
When's the last time this happened?
What?
It's
Did
probably
Garrett
for the
Gilbert
Browns,
play
I
the game? I don't even know. Is Garrett Gilbert a rookie or is he 30? I
No,
honestly, God, don't even know.
I feel like he's like a 30-year-old that used to play for Texas.
Now I got to find this out. His name's Garrett Gilbert.
Well,
All right, Garrett Gilbert. Okay, I see him in a Browns uniform, and it was Texas. You are correct there.
Years
He's
experience.
29 years old, so we were real close wondering if he was a rookie or if he was 30.
old as shit.
Cooper
Old
Rush,
shit
I guess.
ain't gonna do nothing. Nobody.
I thought it was Cooper Rush this week playing.
I don't know.
I don't think anyone knows. Everything
speculating.
shows that both of them are going to be ready to play, probably because one of them is going to get knocked out.
I don't think anybody. I don't think it matters. And if it was Andy Dalton, it doesn't matter. The only
No,
quarterback,
Andy Dalton sucked.
the only
I mean,
quarterback that's going to make
bad
any difference would have been Dak, and it doesn't matter who else is there. I mean, you could literally give the Cowboys all the Steelers backup quarterbacks. It don't make a shit bit of difference.
Right.
Steelers by 100. This might be the ugliest game you've ever seen in your life.
It very well could be. Chase Claypool might score 6 touchdowns.
James Conner for fucking president on this one, man. Just merely 100.
Look at him. He's showing his own face.
Baby
You think it's like
Ruth.
Connor may get tired and Snell may see a lot of carries at the end.
He looks like Conor McGregor saying, "Who the fuck is that guy?" Oh shit! All right, Neil. Let's finish these games out. I think Arms is frozen in time.
Yeah. The next one's Dolphins and Cardinals.
Like this. Huh?
Next one's Dolphins and Cardinals.
Obviously, Chase Edmonds is a guy that we really have high hopes for. You feel like he can get it done.
Oh, I do.
But man, Miami's defense has really stepped up, and I'm not fucking Arms. You guys got to watch the stream. That was beautiful. But I have a lot of faith in the Dolphins right now. Like Brian Flores has those guys playing, and he's making switches on defense, and I just really like what they're doing. So I'm not 100% confident in Chase Edmonds. Obviously, Kyler Murray probably going to light up this Dolphins defense if I had to guess. But
It's gonna be a pretty exciting game to watch. It's a 4 p.m. game, so it's that and the Steelers game. The Steelers game won't be worth watching, so I assume everybody's going to be watching the Dolphins.
right.
Sorry, guys.
Arms switch positions on us.
Yeah,
Does that
sorry.
We flipped you right around there, didn't we?
Yeah, I was going to finish too soon. So
Are we scared about starting Parker this week?
I like Devontae Parker this week. Tua Tagovailoa has got to throw for more than 96, 97 yards this week. So
Have to. It's understandable with the way.
And Gesicki's fallen off the map. I don't know who the best tight end is now, Gesicki or Adam Shaheen. Like it's kind of pitiful. There's really no one you can trust. Preston Williams, I think, is
Smythe.
Durham Smythe. Preston Williams is a guy that I still have high hopes for, but obviously he doesn't trust his legs enough quite yet. I mean, he came back pretty quick from an ACL tear.
Yeah.
But Devontae Parker to me has got to be the guy. Myles Gaskin, he's on IR, going to be out for 3 games. I don't know who the hell Miami running back. People are saying Jordan Howard. But
terrible.
There's a rookie, an undrafted rookie there, Ahmed. I can't remember his last name right off the top of my head. But a lot of folks are saying that this Ahmed kid could get some run, and we'll see. I mean, it's the Cardinals' defense isn't scary, so Miami should be able to do something. But I don't know what run game they're going to have without Myles Gaskin.
Probably not good. But what are you thinking about there?
That's some hot fire analysis right there.
You're
probably not good.
You're welcome. What are you thinking about their defense this week, though? Their number 1 scoring defense in the league. How unbelievable is that to you?
It's not with Brian Flores. I mean, Brian Flores brought over a bunch of expatriates, made some smart free agent signings. I'm not really shocked. I mean, a lot of it's luck. I mean, scoring on defense, right place, right time, right path to get to the end zone. But I mean, you got to make the play to have the opportunity to score. And Brian Flores has that defense in the right spots to make those plays. I'm just worried about the offense because no top running back. Tua, week 2. Kyler Murray, he's a hell of a drug. Kyler Murray's a beast. I don't know how they're going to stop Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and those guys.
I feel like the play, like I think I'm completely hands off Chase Edmonds this week, though.
No.
You got to play him.
See, I don't.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got everything to himself. Reginald says Cardinals playoffs matchups for fantasy. It's amazing. Yes, it is. Chase Edmonds is going to be fine fantasy wise. I just don't know if he's going to be great. But Kyler Murray should have a field day.
It wouldn't shock me though if the Dolphins got up this week and it was DeAndre and Kyler that had to bring him back, and it relegated Chase Edmonds to kind of obscurity.
Sadly, I'd have faith if Ryan Fitzpatrick was the quarterback this week because he's willing to get out there and sling it and just go all Brett Favre on him and see what happens, which they would need that this week against Kyler Murray. It should be a shootout, but Tua's not comfortable enough yet. So I'm calling the loss for Miami, and I don't think any fantasy players on Miami are going to be that great this week.
But let me ask you this. Which Kyler shows up this week? The 34-35 type Kyler or the 9 for 21? You know what I mean? I mean, yes, he won on the week that he completed about a third of his passes, but it was like 9 for about 27, I think it was. But man, Kyler didn't look great a few weeks ago, and
when are you talking? You're talking about?
I would say it was Thursday night or Monday night game. Like they won
9 of 24.
1 of 24. Is that what it was?
But he had 188 and 2 touchdowns and a rushing TD on the ground and 10 for 74. He still scored 35 fantasy points.
I don't care about fantasy points. I'm talking about
okay.
I'm not talking about Kyler not being
here for, right? Fantasy
I'm not talking about Kyler.
I mean, he scored 3 touchdowns.
Oh my God, I'm not talking about him not being relevant for fantasy points.
I know, but 3 touchdowns isn't just fantasy. That's 21 points on the board from Kyler Murray in a game where he completed 9 passes.
And he's playing against a really good defense.
I don't know if we can call him really good yet.
You get a
I
turnover.
don't know if we can call him really good yet. I just maybe it's me being a Dolphins fan and being reserved. I don't know.
I think it is you being a Dolphins fan, and I'm saying this is a good defense, and I think it's I'm not confident that you're going to see the right Kyler Murray this week.
What
Kyler
I worry
Murray's
about,
got tremendous upside. There's no doubt about it.
I worry about the passing defense, because it's not really been the passing defense making the bulk of the plays for Miami. It's been the front seven.
The thing is, like, Cardinals are going to see plenty of chances because I don't see Dolphins converting third downs a bunch of times. So Arizona's going to have the ball a lot, so there's plenty of points to be had for Murray.
Did you they rolled up the Rams? I believe it was recently. I don't have it in front of me. Did you see that? Did you see that happening?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
I didn't either.
And that's where I'm hesitant on the defense, because they've had some good games, but I wasn't expecting that. I mean, that I don't think that's who this defense is quite yet. Maybe on their way.
It's a wins are wins, stats are stats. They're a 4-3 team with who's the defense is scoring. That's my thought process on it.
But that's not sustainable. The defense scoring.
Creating turnovers.
I know that, but they're scoring touchdowns off those. That's not sustainable. Andrew Van
but even
into
if
the end zone, that's not sustainable.
I understand that, but even if it's not a touchdown, right? If it's not a touchdown, it's still a turnover. It's still a time that Kyler Murray's not scoring.
But then, yeah, I get that. But then they have to score. Miami has to find a way to score with no Myles Gaskin, no Ryan Fitzpatrick. And
you're talking about Myles Gaskin like he's a fucking world beater, and he's not.
No, he's not. I don't think he'll be a starter for very long. But look at who's behind him. Matt Breida's not in this game either.
Nope,
he's out. Jordan Howard is David Montgomery light. That's who Jordan Howard.
He's barely worse than Myles Gaskin.
No, he's much worse than Myles Gaskin. He's a plotter. Myles Gaskin actually has some acceleration and burst in his step. I'm not saying Myles Gaskin is
faster than Howard.
Yeah. Neil definitely.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't take Gaskin over Howard. There's no doubt about that. But I'm just saying it's not like it's a wide chasm. I mean, Myles Gaskin has 3.87 yards a carry. He's not a fucking stud.
I never said he was. I'm just saying Jordan Howard's trash. I mean, Jordan Howard's just not good. Yeah, Breida's out, Reggie.
I wish
it's going to come down to Patrick Laird and Jordan Howard this week. If they give Patrick Laird 20 carries,
Laird for president.
Fins win. Fins win. If they give Jordan Howard 20 carries, Fins lose.
Brown.
Next game. Or did we wait? Who? Hold on. Cardinals, obviously, we like Hopkins.
It's a star.
Yeah. Fuck it. Next game.
Oh, it's Saints Buccaneers.
How much is Pirate Corn?
Shut up.
About $1 a ear.
God, it's so late. It's like me and Neil are the senior statesmen here, and we don't tell the dad jokes.
Oh, no, I don't care. I'll tell that every chance I get.
All right. Is there who in this game? Gronk. Gronk is to me a top 5 tight end. He's trending upwards to a top 5 tight end.
He's trying to prove arms wrong.
That the bet has been voided with Kittle hitting IR.
No, I know that.
One of them has. Although I'm not terribly confident that he can overtake Kittle at this point.
Lynn Bowden, that's fun. Lynn Bowden is also out. He's on the COVID list.
I was getting ready to say Lynn Bowden and be an asshole. Yeah,
COVID list. But I love AB. I love Gronk. I still love Brady.
I think Brady.
I think Ronald Jones is going to be fine this week too. Like I said, he got benched for a couple quarters for the fumble. Leonard Fournette did nothing in his place. So, yeah.
I mean, Brady, Jones, and then the usual suspects on the other side, right?
Pretty much.
Which is who on the Saints? I mean, it's
Alvin Kamara.
Michael Thomas is back this week.
Is he?
He's back.
Is he? Because he's Michael Thomas. I'm not playing Michael Thomas this week.
Been announced. Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, good to go.
And that sounds great, but I just
you have to start him.
No, you don't. You don't.
You do.
Listen,
Michael Thomas?
if you've got this far without him, you don't.
I don't
You
have
do.
any chairs.
Who
I've
you
got a couple
Michael
chairs.
Thomas playing against the Bucks in what
I'm
should
in
be a high scoring affair.
I'm in the Brill and have Michael Thomas, and he's not starting for me right now.
Who is?
Well, I'm gonna have to probably switch out DJ Chark for Michael Thomas because fucking
Okay.
some Luton kid is playing wide receiver quarterback.
Yeah, you should probably put Michael Thomas in there. Drew Brees is going to be looking for him often.
No, I'm just my concern is that he's going to. I feel like Michael Thomas is just divaing out right now, real hard, and man, I feel like he's going to go out and do something stupid. First, second series might have 3 catches, and you're gonna be like, "Yeah, here we go," and then Michael Thomas is going to be like, "Oh no, my ankle hurts."
I'm going to punch Chauncey Gardner, and he's on my team.
What a
I don't know. I start him. You got to.
I know, but man, like whenever I say the usual suspects, it's Alvin Kamara at this
You
point.
just don't want him to do good because you traded him, right?
I haven't had him in the Brill or in the.
A different league, didn't you?
Oh,
have
hell,
him?
yeah, I'm out of it in that league.
Okay.
He's already screwed me.
All right.
Yeah, 0-7 start because he hasn't played. So him and Kenyon Drake, like they just hammered me.
What we got, Neil? We got to be down to the
The
nitty
nitty-gritty.
gritty on the teams. Is it just the Pats Jets?
It's just the Patch Jets is the last one.
Okay.
Pass.
So Damian
Damian
Harris
Harris.
is a good play. I just don't like him as much as J.K. Dobbins in that one question. But Damian is a good play.
But I think that's it.
Like, you have to give it a shot.
I think you give him and Cam a shot right now.
Jacoby Myers has
I
been
was going
pretty,
to Demir Bird.
Jacoby Myers has been pretty good in the absence of everybody.
I actually think Jets going to play the Pats tough this week.
Oh Jesus!
You think what?
I think the Jets are going to play the Pats tough this week.
Could the Jets get their first win?
No.
Belichick spiral is in full fucking craziness. Is that what happens? Come on, who's got the balls to call it? I'll do it. Jets win against the Patriots.
See the spread on that. I know
Denzel Mims' first 2-touchdown game.
Actually, I am loving Denzel Mims. I feel like he's coming on strong. Like he's not overwhelming, but man, I feel like he's
He
evolving.
came in and instantly got 4, 5, 6 targets a game and is catching like 4 for 50 a game. Like the arrow's pointing up on Denzel Mims. It's just not super exciting yet.
I feel like
on that one.
you're going to see a Brandon Ayuk level of progression.
Yeah.
How I see it.
Yeah, I think that's right. I agree with that. What happened to Chris Herndon?
Never heard of him.
Never showed up.
I mean, technically he looked like a pretty good tight end. Pretty good. But he's not, apparently. Jamison Crowder, I think, is back. That could help them knock off the Pats. I think he's back.
I feel like you're right.
I think part of the problem, of course, their offensive line is terrible, but there's no running back you can bank on. The Michael P. Ryan just hasn't done enough.
I love him. I thought he was like Le'Veon Bell light, and he's just light.
Le'Veon Bell can't play well behind that line.
Yeah,
So,
fair.
I mean, it's what do you do?
Reggie's over here having a mental breakdown. He's like, Carson's out. Fuck my.
Yeah. I don't
This
think I
is
ever
the season for depth. Though.
I don't think I gave a super sit of the week.
You didn't.
I don't think you guys have either, or
Yeah,
your super starts
did.
have you?
Oh, it started with
J.K.
J.K.
Dobbins.
Dobbins.
I knew
J.K.
Neil
Dobbins
had.
is my sit.
Okay.
I did my start real early. It was Jerry Judy.
My super sit is Lamar Jackson. I'm just kind of done. Kind of done banking on Lamar Jackson to do anything, especially against the Colts defense that's that good.
Well, mine's obvious. Is like it's Zeke will be an easy one for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that still counts because it's Zeke. I mean, that's big balls telling him to sit. Ronald Jones, our DJ Dallas. Absolutely. Absolutely, Reg. Oh, or DJ Dallas. I think Ronald Jones.
I think Ronald Jones.
Yeah, Ronald Jones comes back and is fine. I that fumble in that game.
Yeah, that was just
Just that they set him because that was not just a fumble. Like that wasn't your typical fumble. He was almost down by contact when he came and got hit. I disagreed with them giving Fournette all the carries after that, but I like Rojo.
how the tides have turned, man. Rojo is not even in, like, it's not comparison. You take him over Fournette every time.
Yeah, but
Like
now,
2
now
years
you got to reprove it after the fumble game, so we can be fully confident. Because if they roll Fournette out and give him all the carries, it's like, now what do I do with Rojo?
Nah,
One little fumble and they're that pissed.
I feel like they got. I mean, you gotta give it to Rojo. Rojo's been your man so far, and Fournette's just. I don't know. Fournette's a quitter. I'm sorry. It just is.
Tell you what, the podcast is going on 2 hours. I'm going to exit us out of that, but we don't have to stop the stream. We can still talk a little bit of football.
All right.
Folks listening to the podcast, thanks for joining. If you want to hang out with us longer than this, watch the stream, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Look up the Back Row Fantasy Show. We'll see you guys next time, but we're actually staying on if you're live with us. So we'll see you after the outro.
Good night. Hey.
Peace.
This concludes another episode of the Back Row Fantasy Show. Thanks for listening, and be sure to give us a review.
Like I could actually read what he had held up. I was like, I can't read an 8-bit. What did he hold up? Could you tell what it said?
I couldn't tell what it was.
I haven't the slightest clue of what that was. I'm sure it was bathroom or IP or I poop, one or the other. Don't know what it was though. All right. So what are you looking up, Neil? You look perplexed.
I was trying to. I'm trying to get DK off of Roger.
Man, you're going to pay a massive, massive price for that. Anybody viewing, which I know Reg is on here with us, but give us some fantasy football acquisitions. Who are you trying to acquire? Anybody still out there listening, watching? Who are you trying to acquire? Who do you think can take you to Titletown? What player can get you there? Neil, you trying to acquire? I would love to get a DK or Lockett share.
Well,
I'm
I'm really not stretching the truth at all. All my teams are in playoff contention right now, and I'm trying to I'm trying to shore up having 3 great linebackers in each league.
Right. I'm in the same boat. I'm playoff contention everywhere except red zone, which I've won 2 in a row, but I'm not in playoff.
That's the best team. But I have like Fred Warner and Bobby Wagner in that league. I'm trying to get a third one to get the short up.
I could use a really good third linebacker in EFC actually.
Well,
which I made some weird moves.
Bostic is my number 3, which is still solid, but
yeah, it's okay. See, mine's Anthony Walker. Is that who it is?
Maybe.
And then he was solid. Last game was awful.
Yeah, I have him in red zone, Anthony Walker.
Did not do anything for me there.
Mm.
I'm going to mute Arms' mic. That way when he does come back,
Oh, yeah.
he's going to be really confused until he looks down and sees that it's muted. Oh, look, a Superman logo on the wall. Typical Arms. Typical Arms. I'm not sure if I'm streaming more for the people watching or just because I miss you guys. Oh, there he is. Hey, it's Arms. Hey, if you had to say one thing about yourself that was good, what would it be? I know I can't come up with anything either.
My mic, so yeah, I can see when my mic's muted.
Well, I knew that, but it was still fun.
No, it wasn't.
Reggie laughed. Thanks,
You're
Reggie.
supposed to be my
He's
Raiders brother.
Still laughed at you.
motherfucker. Hey, I'm
Arms,
pumped
who are you-
about this right now.
Who are you trying to acquire to make that championship run? Have you been targeting anyone?
DeAndre Swift, man. I am actually trying to get him everywhere, but he's expensive. He's expensive. Swift, Dobbins. I think Justin Jefferson for the rest of the year ends up being fine. I think he's going to have some ups and downs.
I'd like to acquire him in Dynasty for the long haul, but I'm not real interested in
T. Higgins.
Yeah, T. Higgins. I am.
But here the problem I have is
Reg. Don't ruin that for me.
yeah. The problem I have is people want like above Allen Robinson prices for T. Higgins right now, and the production isn't the same. It's just
Do you know that because you tried to trade Allen Robinson in a deal for T? Well, no, that'd be Neil.
No, I just know that
Trading T.
whenever you're throwing, see what I mean? I have Allen Robinson.
He's a good young rookie. Plus, I'm invested because he's a Clemson Tiger. So
Right.
There's two things there that
Stop playing fantasy football with your fandom, bud.
It's working. He's playoff contention in every league.
105 points is bad. I'm sorry, 105 points is terrible. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Do you want 135? Because you're turning that down.
On the fucking Bears.
Okay, so he's got 135 points with the Bears. Also, another guy I'm loving is I do love Darnell Mooney, and I've been on Darnell Mooney since like week 2. Actually, I think I had him in rookie drafts, and whenever I don't remember what the hell we traded, and you're like, give me that as a throw, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
You gave it to me.
I gave it to you because I don't remember what we traded, but that was the only way I was getting the trade. It was Melvin Gordon.
That wasn't the only way you were getting that trade.
I assumed it was. So
Gave it quick.
It wasn't. Darnell Mooney was still
a
lottery ticket at that point.
It was still a good trade. Darnell Mooney hasn't done enough to not justify being, that deal going through still.
Yeah, and Dallas Goedert, Jesus criminy, man. Dallas Goedert's about to get fed targets through a water hose.
Are you sure?
Yeah. 100% certainty.
Is Zach Ertz hurt?
Yes, IR.
Full like all season IR?
Oh, IR.
Damn.
The big one, not the COVID one.
Wasn't really sure on that.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure he might be eligible for a return, but that's in case they make playoffs. I could be wrong on that, but 99% sure.
That's rough.
Another player I'd like to acquire is Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, I would too. And Manny had him up in the Brill, and I tried, and I failed. So, anybody out there watching, who are you trying to acquire for your championship aspirations? Keep going, Arms.
What I can't get over is the cost of some of these players still. Like, you get Jonathan Taylor, I get it. Okay, a couple weeks he has 100-yard games.
Big, fresh, hot.
And then it just kind of does this and this and this. And still, Jonathan Taylor, he's not for trade. I'm like, I'll give you, this premier guy and a wide receiver for a lesser wide receiver, Jonathan Taylor. Nope. Why?
Dude, I want Dobbins as well, Reg, but if I have shares of Jonathan Taylor, I'm willing to move them.
Yeah.
Like I understand the dynasty aspirations long term. He should be fine, but I'm a win now guy. And Jonathan Taylor is not helping me win now. I would straight up give him for J.K. Dobbins in a heartbeat right now.
It's frustrating to have that conversation, by the way. Whenever you tell somebody, like, listen, you're in playoff contention. I'm handing you a playoff a playoff caliber running back or
Kareem Hunt like he did for me.
What is it?
Like Kareem Hunt like he did for me, and he has done shit since.
I'm sorry, man. We all talked about it. You agreed. He was top 3 to 5 guys.
I did not expect for him to not.
The time.
I can't help that. You know what I mean? And you're still in that position for the rest of the season.
Solid too, so.
But I mean, I don't know, man. There's just some of these guys are unacquirable. Like, dude, DK Metcalf. No, I literally could not trade Michael Thomas for DK Metcalf right now.
It's like I can't get Zach Moss off of Hux because where he's Bills fan, and I have Singletary.
Yeah,
So
I've gotten offers from Hux with Zach Moss in him.
He won't trade him to me.
Huh.
Because I need him because I have Singletary and stuff.
You guys might need to talk off air about what he's willing to give for Zach Moss.
Very true. Reggie asks, when is Joe Mixon coming back? I honestly haven't looked.
I honestly don't care.
Got to be soon.
Dude, he's not been good.
He was okay before he got hurt. I mean, we're talking the same thing.
Like 18th ish. He's just
but again, it's the offensive line. The Bengals offensive line just doesn't get it done for him. Joe Mixon, the whole time he's been in the league, has not had a good offensive line.
Man, but why are you trying to acquire him then? Are they going to address it? If they don't, you're putting your fantasy fate on Mike Brown making good decisions.
Joe Mixon has he's played 6 games. 3 of those are double digits. One of them is 42 points in a game, and then you've got a 7 and an 8 point game. So I mean, Joe Mixon, considering what was being thrown at him, was catching the ball.
Who did he play for the 42-point game, and how did he acquire the stats?
It was the Jaguars.
25
carry. No, not the Jaguars. The Jaguars. It was the Jaguars. 25 for 1.
Say it with a British accent. I watched those commercials. Jaguar.
And he had 6 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown. So, yeah.
So that 1 week he was like an average CMC week, right?
Yes. Let's go ahead and let's see. Joe Mixon. Wow, there is no update, Reg. I would probably go ahead and pick up Bernard if you need him, because if I had to guess, I would think Mixon would miss one more game.
For the love of God,
already.
Why have they not given what? Is it Travion Williams?
Neil, did you say he was out?
He's ruled out for this week. Yeah, that's why I looked down on the news on MFL.
So Travion Williams, the kid out of Texas A&M who led the SEC in rushing his senior year, why are they not even giving him a carry?
Bernard knows the system well.
But Bernard sucks balls at fantasy or at football. He's not good.
He doesn't suck.
Yeah, he does.
No, the offensive line sucks more than Gio Bernard sucks.
It's a combination of the two. What? Let me ask you this: what kind of back is Gio Bernard? Is he a plotter or shifty guy?
He's basically a Deion Lewis.
Okay, he's a poor man's Deion Lewis at best. A bigger.
Yeah, he catches balls though.
Okay,
his last 2 games has been 20 points plus.
Okay.
I mean, he scored in his last 3 games.
In the air, I'm guessing on all of them?
Nope. 2 on the ground, 2 in the air.
Okay.
So in week 6, he had a touchdown on the ground. Week 7, he had 1 in the air. Week 8, he had 1 on the ground and in the air. Gio Bernard's a solid little running back.
Yeah.
He's not. He just never really got. He shouldn't have got the chance because I don't think he would hold up. He's not.
I feel like
not that kind of guy.
All I'm saying is give the Williams kid a chance. I feel like he'll be a better version.
Agree. I mean, he should get a run. I mean, he's good. Our boy Chris Stoops loved him coming out. Look at Josh.
Stoops loves every A&M guy.
Let's talk about this real quick. Reg says check out Josh Kelly rest of schedule. I like Justin Jackson rest of schedule. Let's talk about some of those. Who's the running back to own for the Chargers? To me, it's Justin Jackson. He's getting the passing down work and occasionally getting all the running work as well.
It's just hard to invest in any of them. I don't know. It's just.
Why do teams in LA just not know who the hell they want to hand the ball off to?
Truth. And the Rams really need to give Cam Akers a long look as soon as they can. Darrell Henderson's a nice running back, but Cam Akers could be a really, really nice running back.
Well, the last show I said that Cam Akers is 16 carries in a game away from being no doubt about a starter. They just gave him like 3. It's ridiculous.
They're
It-
slowly working him in though, because he didn't get any for a few games.
Is
No.
Eckler was Eckler on season-ending IR?
Not season ending, but it's open ended. He could not come back, or he could just all of a sudden return.
I couldn't remember what he was on.
Not enough update. But Reg, in your defense, I mean, Josh Kelly could end up taking over. My cup of tea right now is Justin Jackson, and I think other folks like Josh Kelly. It's kind of a toss up. It's a 50-50 kind of thing. So it's hard to tell, but I do like Justin Jackson. But Justin Jackson has had problems staying healthy, so Kelly might be the guy to own. I personally like Justin Jackson, but
It's a hamstring injury. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So in theory, Eckler should be eligible by week 10. In theory.
but they've kind of said that he's going to be out longer than he should be.
Okay, yes, that's the thought. But with that being said, they probably didn't think they'd be as close to playoff contention as they are.
That's a pretty good question Reg has got. We're talking like basically the second half of committees with potential to be the first half of committees.
I'll take Kelly.
Le'Veon Bell or Josh Kelly. This week it's Lindsey for me.
Yeah.
I take
But
for rest of
that
season. I
could
take Kelly on the possibility Kelly could take over. I honest to God, I do not think Le'Veon Bell is a thing this year.
No, it doesn't seem like
Barring injury, of course.
I saw Zavert says, "Yo, what's going on, guys?"
Just
Hey, guys.
streaming and talking fantasy football, brother.
Yeah, just streaming. Main podcast is over. Figured we'd keep up the talk. Hopefully talk to some of you guys out there just about who you're wanting to acquire for your championship run, what part of a committee you may want, whether it's Lindsey or Gordon, Lev or CEH, Josh Kelly or Justin Jackson, Rojo or Fournette. The list goes on and on.
I mean, the Bills one's killing me.
The Bills, Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. Moss seems poised to start cutting into that.
It seems like right now,
Reg over there admitting our faults, by the way, as a Raiders fan. Sorry.
Right.
For the league of record, for example, okay, like it's so hard to make a trade right now because like almost
The
everybody.
only 3 guys that'll trade are on this show.
Well, no, I'm just saying everybody's still in contention. You know what I mean? It's like there's only 2 teams that are literally out of it. It's like all these like either a game out or just 2 games out, so nobody's in selling mode, so you can't do anything.
Right.
But somebody's got to get in the mode Hux went into last year, right? Ooh, DJ Dallas worth a scoop and start. I'll have to
read up top for sort of a time sensitive issue. Says Alsavut, but I have a potential waiver scoop if I should drop someone for him.
I personally this week I'm taking Damian Harris.
So the question was DJ Dallas, is he worth a pickup off the waivers? I'd have to drop Damian Harris. Oh man. I would keep Damian Harris.
Damian Harris is the starting running back. DJ Dallas is the starting running back this week. There's a difference.
Yeah. Sitting Lamar for Herbert, fucking great call, Reg. I mean, I think it is. Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson is truly a special athlete, but I don't know if he's a special quarterback.
Hey, let me ask you
He
something.
was last year. It just doesn't look that way.
Reggie, I'm going to throw this out here. So if we get pressure on Herbert the way we did on Patty Mahomes, Herbert's going to be garbage. No chance I'm doing that. Sorry.
I would just play Damian Harris. I would not. I mean, I wouldn't drop Slayton.
Drop Dez.
Rojo. Huh?
Dez is an option. You drop Dez.
Oh, does he have Dez? Is that what you mean? If you have Dez,
or I can drop Slayton
Mike
or Rojo.
Williams,
Not trying
Dez
to.
and Mike Williams. See you later.
Yeah, Dez.
I mean, those guys aren't worth.
That's Reggie with the Mike Williams or Cole Beasley. I like.
Oh, my bad.
I like Mike Williams this week.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I like Cole Beasley.
Williams
Targets are there for Beasley, especially against Seahawks. Yeah, drop Dez. I'm not leaving Dez alone.
Dez is a practice squad player, my man.
Oh, for what? The Ravens, right?
Yeah,
He-
for the
he-
Ravens, the lowest passing in the league.
Yeah.
You don't have.
The Ravens could have
I'm gonna-
Devontae Adams, and Devontae Adams would finish outside the top 10.
I'm about to get in an
Ravens.
argument with our boy Reggie here.
Yeah,
It's like we
Damian
have
Harris
7
still starts
sacks.
over DJ. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
We-
This week, not all weeks.
It's a pressure thing right now, Reggie. It's a pressure thing. Sorry, I'm taking over this with this an argument with Reggie here. So anyway,
That's
I'm sorry.
okay. We can all have our separate arguments. That's why there's 3 screens.
Neil's over here shaking his head like, "Shut up."
I think he's watching porn.
No, I'm trying to make
I'm pretty
moves.
confident Neil's watching porn.
Nah. I'm playing against Barker this week too in the league of record, which is rough.
It is rough because you have a good team. And
Anyway.
I'm looking at it like Aaron Rodgers just got me 43 points.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Does it matter? I don't know if it matters. You got Josh Allen. He could throw for.
He got me 6 points last week or something stupid.
I hope he gets you 7 this week. I do. I hope he betters it for you.
So
But not over 7.
in our league of records, somebody needs to pull what Hux did last year.
It
And
might
I
be-
I was close in the lead in a game. I'm like miraculously scoring 200 points a week. I have a 160 to 170 point team, and I'm scoring 200 points a week. It's I don't deserve it. I admit that. I should have. I'm probably the guy who should start selling, but I'm in the lead.
if I lose this week, I'm selling.
I thought about it.
I have 4.
Aren't you 5-3 just like me?
Me, I
Neil.
am.
No, but like you have to understand, like my 2 running backs wise, my running backs are terrible. I have Davis as one of my running backs. His shelf life is done now. So now I'm like James White and Singletary. So I'm not going to get anywhere.
Deontay Johnson or Slayton this week? Deontay Johnson's a target monster when he
Yeah,
plays.
man, I feel like it has to be Johnson because I'm not sure Danny Jones can actually hit Slayton.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the truth of the matter is Chase Claypool, who's an absolute fucking beast, gets less snaps when Deontay Johnson plays. Deontay Johnson's that good when he's on the field.
I know I mentioned it in the chat, but I don't know what it is. But I got a big heart on for the Giants throwbacks. I thought they're so awesome, man.
Yeah, look good.
They're awesome.
Uniforms definitely look good. 1000%. I swear to God, if Deontay goes down again, trust me, brother. We know. I know, especially. I had him in multiple leagues.
Do you know how many
He was
times
just killing me with
They-
going out mid game.
I have started Darius Slayton? Like it feels like 25 weeks in a row on DraftKings, and even when he hits, everything else falls apart around my lineup, dude.
Yep.
It's
And,
like
and keep in mind, like the Steelers have the Cowboys for 2 quarters. You're basically getting a cheat code of Steelers fantasy players. They're all going to have that Mario star for at least 2 quarters. And then when they go up 45-0 going into the 3rd quarter, you're not getting any more points. But that first half, you got
Anthony
you got
McFarland though.
Anthony McFarland is going to be a second half superstar this week. Second half superstar. Or Benny Snell.
It's hard to tell.
Darius Hayward Bay might sign and be a second half superstar against the
He's probably
Cowboys.
still-
I don't know.
Like I said, Connor's going to get tired, and they might rest him, and Snell's going to have a big game.
Possible.
Well, he's going to get tired of being up by 40 and still carrying the damn ball. He's like, listen, guys, listen. I have 3 touchdowns, and I really appreciate. I'm on my own fantasy team, so I really appreciate the extra run. But I don't need an injury right now. I'm just coming into a contract year, so give McFarland some carries.
Experiment time. Oh
I like it.
Cameron looks much better now.
I like it.
man. I
Neil-
don't know if I want to look
Neil
at
look-
myself quite that much.
Neil looks awesome. Oh, even better. I like this the best.
That is much better than what we just had.
Wow, way to fuck it up, Barker.
That's
Son of a-
better.
That is
That is better.
Oh, sorry, I was throwing up there. This is it. This is how you should do it. You guys sharing a screen and me by myself. Son of a bitch. There you go.
It's kind of fun.
Can you spread me out all the way across the bottom there? Like, make me fill up the whole bottom.
I'll spread you out any way you want.
Dude, I knew he was going to go there. You're the worst.
I am.
You are the worst. So
I don't know what that one is. That is better though. Gives us a little wider, but it makes you look less 8-bit, less Mario looking.
Thank you.
Now we can see Neil's whole room.
That's what I was going for. Dude, Neil, where are you at? Are you in a closet?
My room, buddy. It's my it's the room I'm always in anyway.
Clear through your WVU collars. Did you paint those up there?
It's already there when I got here.
Yeah, because nobody actually paints WVU collars.
I do live in West Virginia.
Everyone who's a West Virginia fan just burns shit whenever they're happy. Anyhow, Corey Davis or DJ Moore? Corey Davis.
Yeah.
Bark.
Man, that's tough. That's a push for me.
Sorry. So
Losing Rojo to Fournette. He was my
How?
flex for a bit, but I was able to snag Rager like a week ago. I'm not sure Rager does much, though. You guys think Rager could be a solid? I don't think Rager is going to be a solid flex moving forward.
So when you say losing Rojo to Fournette, do you think Fournette's taking over the carries? Because I don't. Like, I know you guys don't either.
Do I?
No, so if your thought is that Fournette is going to be the man going forward, you're not losing Rojo to Fournette.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can you clarify there? I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry.
I saw Zverta.
Isuzavert. Isuzavert. Did I say it right?
I like that rolls off the tongue. Isuzavert.
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 I feel like it's French.
See, I want to say ISO because I used to like download full disc images on ISO Hunt. Rojo's on
no,
it was just a one game thing. Bruce Arians being an asshole, basically.
KC
Just
had
Bruce being an ass.
surprisingly effective pass defense.
Yeah.
I want to say they're 6th in the league in pass defense. I understand Chicago has players, but Corey Davis will get his. Don't sweat.
Okay, so we get that, but can you give us the Webster's Dictionary pronunciation typed out? Because I think we're going to place bets real quick. I say it's
Lazard pass. Anyhow,
I forgot how I was pronouncing it. Shit. What about Lazard as a flex? Love Alan Lazard. Absolutely love Alan Lazard when he comes back. Why are you shaking your head there?
I just don't. I've never been a believer, and he's never shown me anything that makes me want to be a believer.
Did you watch the first 4 games when he was playing? Do you need a stat refresher?
Yeah. Give it to me.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Sorry, I don't watch Packers games religiously.
I don't watch Packers games religiously either, but on my son of a bitch.
Do you not remember they found Robert Tonkowski?
Tonkowski. All right, so out of my wide receivers, points per game, mind you, Adam Thielen is my best one at 18. Terry McLaurin at 16. Robert Woods at 15. Brandon Ayuk at 14. Where's Alan Lazard lie in their arms? And don't look it up.
Apparently about 12 would be my guess.
17. He would be my number 2 receiver points per game over McLaurin, Woods, Ayuk, Mooney, and Mims.
It's a general question. First off, so Ayuk played every game but didn't have an impact until the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Robert Woods had a slow start. We both know that. And who did Lazard play the first 4 weeks?
Vikings, Lions, Saints. He only played 3 weeks, but he scored in 2 of them. First game, 4 for 63 and a touchdown. He also had a rush for 19 yards.
The Vikings, which are terrible, apparently.
He had 7.5 against the Lions. Not a good game. 3 for 45. That's it.
That's shocking.
And then against the Saints, he had 6 catches, 146, a touchdown. I mean, honestly,
it's ISO Uzi Vert. Rapper. I'm an idiot.
ISO Uzi Vert. Did you come up with that on your own or did you type it out?
My username isn't French. It's like based on the game I play. My bad. He said 2K to be exact. ISO, and I believe I'm 99% sure Uzi Vert's rapper. Listen, I don't listen to a lot of rap, but
ISO is in like basketball terminology.
Yeah, like isolation. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fair
Am I
enough.
right? Isolation vert.
ISO vert. ISO vert. 2K. NBA 2K. Okay.
Hey, got it.
Aye. All right. Do we keep talking football? Do we end it? What's going on here?
Buddy, I can. I can't. Even, I can't even be yelled at by my wife right now. I'm home.
What were you saying, Neil?
Trade me Goldman.
I'll
Trade
trade you, Gallman.
you, Gallman.
Come on at him. I tried to trade him to Travis, and Travis went for Jarek McKinnon instead. Jermichael Hasty tried to tell him.
Yeah.
Jermichael Hasty's going to lead the backfield, not Jarek McKinnon.
Jarek McKinnon led him in points last week.
This week?
Mhm.
Did he?
Yeah, Hasty didn't do shit.
I thought he had the most carries.
He might have had more carries, but McKinnon led him in points.
Well, shit.
Beginning of the show, we talked about it, about the lineup. I had McKinnon, the leader in DraftKings had McKinnon.
Oh, yeah, he had a touchdown, 12:52, and a touchdown, 3 for 16. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess he probably made the right decision unless Gallman goes off.
Gallman's bad, man. I really wanted Gallman to be good.
Gallman's not bad. The Giants, again, no offensive line.
Yeah, but
No
we're
li-
playing fantasy sports. So all that shit matters.
I know. I just thought you meant he was a bad player. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's an okay player.
Thanks, Isa. Thanks. We're the greatest of all time fantasy stream, apparently. You are the fucking man, I
Goat fantasy stream. I don't know. That's big words.
No, I'm just saying thanks. I'm not agreeing with him because
Okay, good. Thanks. Yeah,
listen,
thanks.
it would be better if this was literally one of the things. Like you could hear my voice.
What did that say earlier when you held that up? Did it say I
Bathroom. I had to piss. All right.
Okay. I just wondered. It was
Straight
like it was in grainy 8-bit.
I had that damn thing tied in a knot.
Speaking of which, the only thing you could really tie in a knot is the hair surrounding it. We didn't do a Manscaped drop. P. Ryan or Mooney in the flex? Mooney!
He ain't even close.
Mooney!
I don't even care which P Ryan it is. Are we talking Savante or Malaico? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. LaMichael P. Ryan, while he might be potentially an okay fantasy back, not right now, not on that team with that line. Mooney is my superstar of the week. You probably missed the podcast part of the stream, which will be available shortly on all your favorite podcasting catchers. But yeah, Mooney all day long. I thought you were decked out in Dolphins gear for a
Who
second.
are you talking about?
Probably you, Arms, because it does look like Dolphins gear from where I'm at.
That's Guinness, my friend. That's
Yeah.
Irish beer.
Yeah. He's basically a basic white bitch.
I drink a lot.
Michelob Ultra. Basic white bitch on the bottom.
Save the poser.
I like drinking beer.
You're repping Guinness, but yeah, you're drinking like the
Yeah,
worst.
but that's not beer.
Listen, you don't drink Guinness every fucking day.
That's not beer that you're drinking.
Listen, woman.
That's
I don't want to hear about how you drink
water.
some sort of fucking
water.
mead or something. Is like that's real beer. That's real beer. I drink pine Sol. It's a power pine Sol, baby.
Dude, everything is real beer compared to Mick Ultra and Bud Light. That's where this stream has taken us.
Oh my god, get the fuck out
Like
of here!
you are drinking fucking piss.
O'Doul's is more of a beer, right?
It's good. It's
Huh?
delicious and it's like one carb.
It's refreshing. I mean, if you got done running a marathon and you're not in the mood for water, yeah, drink a Mick Ultra.
Well, to be fair, it is 95.
Oh, here we go. Calories,
water.
right?
No,
You're talking
95.8% water.
your choice with calories.
I'm talking about water percentage, 95.8, motherfucker. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Keep drinking your Propel, buddy. Keep drinking your Propel. Propel actually has more bite to it than Mick Ultra.
It's so good though.
Christ. Do we stream on Sundays at all? No, we go to church.
No, I mean, I used to.
Oh, shit.
And COVID hit, and then my church was like, "Hey, we're all old people, and my wife works in healthcare, and I'm in banking, and we both see a lot of people. So I don't want to kill the old people.
So basically, they told you to quit hanging out with Jesus and get away from him.
I know that was our choice, actually.
Okay, that's
We did it as a hey, like I'm serious in our world. And listen, however you view it, I don't give a shit. You know, if you don't think it's real, if you think it is real, however you want to view it, that's not an issue. My issue is if it is, and the average age of the patrons of my church are like 67, I'm not going to expose them. So
respectable. I wouldn't either.
Yeah,
wouldn't either.
And you also wouldn't go to church.
For the record, my belief system is the same. I don't like organized religion. Only difference. You look befuddled.
I'm reading the stream.
Oh, okay, good.
Like
Neil.
Sorry, could you see my eyes? I'm sorry.
Neil listens to a lot of heavy metal. Are you a God guy, Neil?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Really?
I wasn't sure. I honestly wasn't sure.
I thought you aligned.
We don't ask Neil the personal shit.
With Asbel a little bit more. Jason?
He's just trying to be edgy. So I don't know what he actually believes.
You know, my thought process, man, we're going way off.
That's fine. I mean, we're streaming for like hour. We're working.
We're on hour 2:30. Yeah. So my thought is it's at minimum a hedge of a bet to be religious, right?
I mean, if you really break it down, it's like, so if you choose to believe and commit to it a little bit, your worst case scenario is nothingness.
Yeah.
Correct. But if you choose not to believe, your worst case scenario is a hell of a lot worse than nothingness.
Exactly.
It's a pretty easy decision.
Yeah. It's like, you should probably believe in something because the worst you're going to have is being a decent person.
Right. And that's why I believe in. Oh shit!
You don't have to admit anything.
I missed the punchline. I was going to say the Scientology guy, like Zod or whatever.
Oh, fuck, what is his
name is? And that's why I believe in Zod. Zed.
I'm pretty sure that's the Superman's like dad or something.
Yeah, it is. Who's the Scientology guy? Who's the L. Ron Hubbard god? It's Xenu. It's Xenu.
It is Xenu.
It's Xenu.
All right, so Texans are not going 10-6.
Texans going 10-6.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Win.
A left tackle, a running back, and 2 wide receivers from now, I believe.
They don't need left tackle. They got Laramie Tunzel.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
and that actually cost them their wide receiver this year and next.
Yeah, they fucked up. They should probably start going to church about that one.
At least pray. You know what I'm saying? Just at least pray because you literally traded. Did they did trade 2 first-rounders, right?
I
could be wrong with it. Maybe
they did. They did.
So 2 first-rounders for a guy that on draft day had a video released of him taking a fucking pot mask off. I'm like, oh my god! But you know, honestly,
as soon as Miami drafted him, I'm like, yes, drafting my people.
My kind of guy. But no, listen, and that takes nothing away from Tunsil. Tunsil was actually he was arguably top 3 tackles in that draft.
It's like I would give up 2.
He was the top any day period in that draft.
I mean, when you give up,
the ball hit and they made him slide to 13. He was the top like 3 or 4 pick until he broke out the fucking 2020 mask and took a big drag of the weed.
I feel like that was a real strong tackle class. I might be wrong.
It was a decent one. I'm pretty sure Tunzel was the cream of the crop. Oh yeah.
I don't think so.
But either way, when you give up 2 for Walter Jones or like Joe Thomas or something like that, I would.
Absolutely. But you know what? So I'm the guy who sits here and pounds a table for offensive line, and as I think anyone should, if they understand how a program's built, program, whether it's a high school, college, the pros in particular. But then you see Joe Thomas, who had a Hall of Fame career with the Browns and never won 8 games. You know what I mean? It's like, Alex Mack said. I mean, Rickshaw Ferguson and Nick Mangold,
Yeah.
great for the Jets.
Yeah.
None of these teams
Oh,
ever.
someone else for the was Mangold the center?
Yeah, Mangold.
Ohio State.
Faneca played on there too for a minute.
Yeah, Faneca, Notre Dame guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He played for the Steelers previous to that, but
Alan Faneca.
so
Sounds like a soft drink.
dude, a delicious soft drink though. Dude, I drank an orange Faneca last night. Oh my god,
You drank a what?
orange Faneca.
What the fuck is an orange Faneca?
Joke. Sounds like a soft drink, man. Never mind.
Okay, I was about to say
I fucking hate you.
Fanta.
I hate
An
you.
orange
I played to your joke, and you can't even get it.
No, I just like
This is why our relationship never work out.
it's worked out pretty well. It's been fine.
Uh,
My father-in-law, my 7-year-old Jude loves Fanta, orange Fanta, especially from McDonald's, because McDonald's makes all their pop sweeter, soda,
do.
whatever. But my father-in-law got it confused with
Fago.
Fago.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So he's like, yeah, I went and got Jude one of those orange Fangos. It's like, yes, orange Fango. I fucking love it. Fucking juggalos everywhere. We're like, orange Fango, you say?
just dumping it on themselves. Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Uh,
we should stream in some ICP right now.
I feel like that's appropriate.
Get down. Fucking,
I have plenty right here on the shelf.
what? Grab it.
Don't throw
Pop
it in. Neil.
Let's play some ICP. Surely we've got some younger folks in the crowd of millions that are watching the stream.
Millions and millions.
But yeah, that's if you never listened to ICP,
Yeah, it's all alphabetical and everything.
check it out. Check out some ICP. It'll change your
It is
life.
the oddest Christian band you've ever heard, and that's not even a joke.
I still don't buy the Christian band thing. Does the back row logo look like a hat on me from the way I'm sitting directly?
No,
I realized
probably didn't see my Superman picture right.
Oh, we saw it. We talked about it when you were out of the view for a little bit. Like, whoa, Superman, shocking.
Yeah, well, my wife bought that for me for Christmas, like the first year we were together.
Way to try to make me feel like shit for cracking on your Superman photo.
Do you think I literally pay for anything that's decorative?
No.
I'm a man. My walls to be flat ass bare other than TVs.
Technically, no, we didn't pay for that Manscaped package either.
No, see what I mean?
That's technically decorative.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't pay for shit, man. If it's about looking good, if it is not utilitarian, I won't even buy it.
Well, looking good, it's like, especially with us, like I don't really buy my own clothes either because it's like can't polish a turd, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's like, what are you gonna do? It's like putting a fucking tarp on a pile of shit. Nobody cares.
Basically. So I just
What
let
color tarp do you want?
and shit. I saw the best thing the other day. It was like, I don't even remember what it was, but it looked like a rag that a rat had chewed up. And it was basically like my husband refuses to throw his boxers away.
Yeah, that's me.
Like the most accurate thing ever. Like every time I pull a pair out of the drawer,
At that point, man.
see through the fabric because it's worn so thin and there's definitely holes. And I'm like, man, this is my most comfortable.
I will tell you right now, I have cut off t-shirts that are, I'm not joking,
I've seen them. I know.
20 plus years old.
Yep.
My wife's like, why do you still have this? I'm like, why are you questioning why my comfortable shirts are still here?
Comfortable.
She's like, this is just basically paper thin. I'm like, and fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? If I was ever in a situation to where like I had, severe diarrhea and that was the last shirt I owned, I would just have to rinse it out.
You mean like the back row shirt you used for that?
Dude, that was vomit, actually.
Same difference.
No, it isn't. I can assure you.
Your mouth is as dirty as your ass.
No.
Yes, he froze again.
Yeah.
Look how happy he is. Such a happy little feller. He's so happy. That's the happiest I've ever seen him.
What happened?
He froze. But yeah, technically all my underwear are crotchless.
Yeah.
Like they're all my ball. At least one of my balls goes through some kind of opening that can't be closed. On my
But
ball.
sadly, they weren't purchased that way.
Yeah.
I've never bought a pair of crotchless underwear, but they all are. Wait, what?
My 17-year-old boxers have turned into a 1-year-old thong.
Shit. I don't even know
so
who you
accurate.
are, but I fucking love you right now.
Shit.
Whatever's clever. That's great. Oh man, I have shirts that I'm not joking. They're just like a thread here, a thread here, and a thread here on both sides. But it covers out to here. It's not like I'm wearing a spaghetti string shirt. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Super
See,
comfortable.
The image you get from shit like that, whatever's clever comment, like
You just
he's
want the
right
internet.
on, because I have one pair that's exactly like that, and it turns my sack into literally the mascot for the Gamecocks. Like it's just kind of like the same, balls split in two, hanging perfectly side by side, but with something between it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start crying.
I probably need to get some new boxers now that we're on this topic.
Anyway,
Hopefully I can win some fantasy football money to buy some new boxers.
you know who makes some incredible boxer briefs?
Who?
Manscaped.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
I really do like him a lot.
I loved mine. That's not even like, this is not our commercial. I fucking loved my Manscaped boxer briefs.
They're pretty nice. I do forget about the shirt though, and I went out in public one time, and when I came home, my wife's like, "Did you really just wear that there?" I was like, I had
Listen,
to drop
it's
the food off to the food pantry. I didn't think about what I was wearing.
it's just church. Who cares?
Church.
Your boss will thank you or whatever it said. I don't remember what it said.
They just think Manscaped is one of those fucking rooms where you get locked in and gotta find your way out. You're holding up your sign with your Manscaped. I survived Manscaped.
Oh my god, we should do that. But it's got to, like, you have to do like some sort of mechanic work, like lift some sort of heavy weight, and then have algebra or something. It's like, oh, you just Manscaped your way out of this.
Manscaped your way out of it.
Yeah, I like it. And
It'd be cool if you could integrate some actual product in there too. Like you cannot get through this door without shaving off some of your nut hairs to pick the lock.
Now, to be fair, we don't have to do it only for men, but we can say these are manly things to do, right? You got to change a tire, you know what I mean? Or put an alternator on a car.
That's a little sexist though.
Oh my god. So is the fucking term Manscaped.
Let's cancel Aaron Arms.
Literally the term Manscaped, which is our sponsor, is probably a little bit of a sexist brand. Shut
It's
up.
grooming tools aimed for guys. That's not.
Oh
You're saying a manly thing to do is to change a tire.
my god. I'm talking.
You know how many times my wife changed a tire?
As a guy.
0, actually.
You've never changed tire?
No, I said my wife. No, I said 0, I think. She probably has, just not.
Yeah, my wife has literally never changed a tire. The time she's needed her tire changed, she called me. The other time was her dad. And you know what? I'm fine with that.
I mean, I don't want to change them when shit goes wrong.
I didn't want to change it whenever I did it. I'm like, man,
When that happens.
I told her, I'm like, you have AAA. What'd you call me for?
Yep, they get 3 a year.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
The only time I ever bust a tire is on the busiest highway in the world where no one slows down and the wind alone about knocks you over the guardrail through a 70-foot drop off.
So
There's the one time, there's like 5 of us in Hux's car on 270, and he blew a tire on the left side of it, and somehow he still made it over. He didn't stop, look, or anything. He pulled all the way across 3 lanes of traffic and got on the side. I don't know how we didn't die.
270 is no joke. What else we got? I feel like we're just hanging out on the stream at this point because we missed each other.
well, no, I actually thought
Put
about that
in your-
whenever
put
you.
that in your manly pipe and smoke it. I fucking miss you guys.
I don't even like you.
You love me.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck's that?
I love you.
Oh, I didn't pay attention that much. I have to
That's
look at
gonna be-
Neil every once in a while. I wonder when he's gonna
Why
give
do you,
me that to mute you.
I feel give you the old like.
He has like
All right,
All right, I feel like this is the end. This is the end, my friends.
I think it's ran its course. And I will say, when we do a live stream, it takes YouTube a full day to process it at our typical hour and a half.
We're fucked.
Yeah, this will
People are gonna get this fantasy advice about mid next week.
right. It's pretty much going to be election like. They're going to be like, who do I start and sit?
We still don't know, to be fair.
I don't know. We still have no clue. And it makes sense. I mean, you know,
I mean, we got to get an idea, but we don't know.
we don't have a clue.
Uh,
And that's kind of how we look at fantasy football. Like, we have an idea, but we don't know.
we're expert.
yeah, that's true.
Dynasty experts.
Neil,
Nancy Horns. Keep an eye out for him.
Hey.
He's like, the experts say. Like, how the fuck wouldn't you have to be Miss Cleo to be an expert at fantasy
hey,
football?
Miss Cleo,
Wouldn't you have to be?
come on down and get your fantasy reading.
Yeah, you'd have to predict the future.
You know, honestly, it does piss me off when people are like, dude, the trade calculator just says it's a terrible trade. I'm like, okay, so I'm giving you a starting rookie running back that next year will be the only running back on his team.
You don't know that. They could draft somebody.
Jesus Christ, shut up, Neil. And you're giving me a 38-year-old wide receiver who has been relegated to the second on his team. And you're telling me that this is a bad trade.
I'm not saying it's a bad trade. I'm just saying that your statement was false. As
You're fucking false, Neil. Your fucking
You're just trying
hairline's false.
You're canceled, Arms.
yeah, you're trying to say that they won't draft a player next year, but you don't know that yet. So are you Miss Cleo?
I am Miss Cleo. I said, come on down, get your fantasy reading.
Free tarot reading. At least get it right.
It's a fantasy
Come on, Dad,
reading.
get your free tarot reading.
Listen, it's a fantasy football podcast, not a tarot card podcast. Thank you.
But
Oh,
He had
Oh.
this marker.
yeah, I do.
I hate this case. It's too hard to put up.
Yeah.
what are you guys even looking at?
It's a
10,000 days.
Of course, it's cool. Never mind. I don't care.
Yeah, your attention span is too short for any song under your more than 2 minutes and 40.
Oh, that's funny. And insult someone's intelligence because they don't like random fucking weird music. And just so we're clear, I actually like Tool. It's just I won't pound the table for them. Got it.
Without words. I feel like I was getting ready to say something as we signed off, and I can't remember what it was.
I got an idea. Shut the fuck up.
All right, fair enough. Signing off, we are.
All right, guys.
See you, buddy.
See you, folks.